Time for another C. Arborado Group High School Sports Day. Coverage of high school baseball here on WMBS. Being brought to you by Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, Bartok Lawn Care, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Zen's Construction Warehouse, J&S Bridal, Jeff Dennis at Remax Select Realty, Mike Kelly Toyota of Uniontown, Montgomery Medical, the Sprouse Insurance Group and Insurance Agent David Hughes, NovaCare Rehabilitation, the Uniontown Baseball Boosters, Home Warehouse, the C. Harperano Group, Shop and Save, Walnut Hill Plaza, Uniontown, Watson Mundorf LLP, Uniontown Detailing, the Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 in Hopwood, Casey Sports Cafe, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and Physical Therapist Jim Burns, Target Safety Solutions, the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm, Farmana Pharmacy, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Movement Physiotherapy, M&R Transit, Ford of Uniontown, Stewart Collision, Mama Ruka's Pizza Shop, Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, and by Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation. Now stay tuned for high school baseball action here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
From West Mifflin High School, it's time for high school baseball action here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live. This evening, the 12-3 West Mifflin Titans, who are 7-0 in Section 2 4A play, host the 1-9 Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Laurel Highlands still looking for their first conference win of the season, sitting at 0-7. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanula. Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and Insurance Agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. And Tony, game 2 of a 2-game series between these two schools. West Mifflin got 2 big innings yesterday down in Laurel Highlands by a score of 11-3. The Titans scored 7 runs in the third, 4 in the 6th, and the Mustangs went down 11-0. They added a 3-run home run from Sevi Vecchiola, but West Mifflin totally controlled the game.
Well, and that's the thing, Brian. Right now, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs just trying to find themselves throughout this whole season. Started out with a win in their first game, and they've lost 9 straight. And one of the problems is playing defense. I mean, a lot of errors coming up, and you mentioned yesterday the game you did, a lot of throwing errors and things like that. So they've got to play clean baseball against a very good West Mifflin team.
It's actually been over a month since the Mustangs have won a game. They won their opener over Greensburg-Salem and haven't won a game since.
Yeah, and it's tough. And on the other side, you've got West Mifflin, who went to Florida, went 2-2 down there, and since then they've gone 10-1 since they came north and playing some great baseball. And put together a 7-run third inning yesterday to beat Laurel Highlands. And really, it's one of those things. The Mustangs, they're going to have to play good defense and get a few hits here today, even to try to stay in this game.
Nick Flesher on the mound for Laurel Highlands. Jackson Fight to start for West Mifflin. Tony, he's 4-0 with a 0.36 ERA.
I saw that, Brian, and the thing of it is, you look at it, not an overpowering pitcher, 19 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts. So it's one of those things where I don't think he's going to have a whole lot of speed. Mustangs may be able to put it in play, and hopefully they can get the West Mifflin Titans to boot it around here a little bit today.
It should be a lot of fun tonight. One of 2 games on our platforms. The Uniontown Red Raiders hosting Ringgold. That game on the WMBS YouTube page. Stay tuned. We'll set the batting lineup for Laurel Highlands and the defense for West Mifflin when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
For 20 years, Beagley Tree of Somerset has been providing premier land management services across the region. Beagley can do it all. They offer a wide array of services, including vegetation control, right-of-way restoration, land clearing, building demolition, erosion and sediment control, access road installation, and a whole lot more. For more info, visit BeagleyTree.com. That's BeeGhly Tree.com. Or call them today at 814-444-TREE. Beagley Tree, construction support services done right.
At the Davis & Davis Law Firm, we understand that facing legal challenges can be overwhelming. That's why we are here to guide you along the way. This is attorney Michael Mays, and at Davis & Davis Law Firm, we have over 45 years of experience, and our team is dedicated to fighting for your rights and making sure you can maximize the amount of money that you deserve. If you are hurt, injured, or need help help with workers' compensation, call us today for your free consultation at 724-437-2799. The Davis & Davis Law Firm. You won't pay us anything until we win your case.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus to savings.
J&S Bridal and Prom Boutique is now open. J&S Bridal will style you for any and every event. Weddings, proms, get-togethers. From newest and trendiest to traditional styles for men, women, and young Mr. and Miss. Let J&S style you head to toe for whatever event life has planned for you. J&S Bridal and Prom Boutique on McClellantown Road in Uniontown next to Horanis. 724-550-4104. Like J&S Bridal and Prom Boutique on Facebook and Instagram. Do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your best in Fayette gold medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you.
Prime Rozak, Tony Anola back here at West Mifflin High School. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs to bat first here in the top half of the first inning. Here's Tony with our lineup.
All right, Brian, thanks much. Leading off will be shortstop Parker Hoff. Batting in the 2 spot will be right fielder Aiden Milsom. In the 3 spot will be first baseman Sevi Vecchiola. Batting cleanup will be third baseman Noah Lyon. Batting 5th will be left fielder Nick Crouch. The DH today in the 6th spot will be Brody Kutchman. Number 7 batter will be Andrew Galick, the second baseman. Hitting in the 8th spot, catcher Brandon Shoke. And batting 9th will be center fielder Connor D'Amico. And on the mound, as you mentioned, Brian, Nick Flesher as the starting pitcher for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs today.
Why don't you set the defense for West Mifflin while you're at it?
All right, on the other side for the West Mifflin Titans, defensively, let's go left to right in the outfield. Left fielder will be Eli Curta. Center fielder will be Derek Tudyk, and the right fielder will be Braden Anzelik. On the infield, third baseman will be Javon Thompson, shortstop Caden Wills, second baseman Chase Maggio, the first baseman will be Ryan Booklighter, catching will be Mario Cotillo, and on the mound today will be Jackson Fight.
Again, Fight 4-0, 0.36 ERA has been phenomenal for the Titans so far this season. We're back with the first pitch right after this. West Mifflin and Laurel Highlands here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Whether you're buying or selling a home, Jeff Dennis of RE/MAX Select Realty is your local realtor of choice. Jeff and his team are proud members of our community and have the skills, knowledge, and ability to meet your needs. Call them today at 724-933-6300, extension 903. Or visit them in person, 542 Morgantown Street in Uniontown. And remember to follow Jeff Dennis' team RE/MAX Select Realty on Facebook today.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Hi, it's attorney Rob Harper from Radcliffe Martin Law. As some of you may know, I served as a public defender for 3 years and an assistant district attorney for 7 years right here in Fayette County. I'm now using that experience to represent people accused of crimes. So if you find yourself in that unfortunate situation and need someone who knows how things are done on both sides of the courtroom, give me a call and see if we can put my expertise to work for you. Radcliffe Martin Law, 724-439-3939.
Are you looking for personalized health care you can trust? At Montgomery Medical, they're accepting new patients.
Hi, I'm Dr. Betty Thomas. Having a primary care provider means better overall health, from preventative care to managing chronic conditions. We're here to support you every step of the way.
That's right. Hi, I'm Jenna Lipsta, a physician assistant. Plus, we have same-day appointments and walk-in same-day care available, too. We're here for you.
Join the Montgomery Medical family today by calling 724-569-8100 to schedule your appointment. A family tradition of family medicine.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prime Rosak, Tony Noah back here at West Mifflin High School. And Tony, really couldn't ask for a better evening for high school baseball action. The temperature this afternoon around the area around 80 degrees, expected to drop into the 60s under mostly clear skies here at West Mifflin High School tonight.
Well, perfect night for baseball, Brian. And this is one of the venues we talked about whenever we first got here. Always a great time to come down here. Beautiful press box, beautiful facility. And I'm sure the kids are going to enjoy playing on this as well, playing on the turf field. And like I said, really one of the first turf fields that we saw in the WPIAL early on, and really nice place to play, and hopefully the Mustangs can come out of here with a huge win.
Yeah, I also have to thank Lance Meha and his staff. Of course, Lance, longtime high school basketball coach, now the athletic director here at West Mifflin. They certainly went overboard taking care of us here tonight.
They have taken care of us, is right, and having a pretty good time here before the game starts.
Again, this game, along with both the Uniontown and Ringgold game, also on our platforms tonight. You can watch the Uniontown Ringgold game. It was actually senior night over at Bailey Park on the WMBS YouTube page. They're going to pause here for the national anthem. We're back with the first pitch right after this. Laurel Highlands and West Mifflin here on WMBS.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Because Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair is concerned about our local community, Target Safety Solutions was born. Located beside the Ted Silva shop at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibration after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignments, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs, including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacement, and also inspects trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dually trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features to keep their occupants safe. That's why Target Safety Solutions originated. Their state-of-the-art facility is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick Patricelli and Mike Thomas are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at Target Safety Solutions, 724-550-4403.
Primer Ozak, Tony Nola back here at West Mifflin High School, just about set to go as Jackson Fight finishes up his last couple of warm-up throws here, and Parker Hoff will lead things off for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. The Mustangs in the away blues, red numbers, gray pants. Again, they're batting here in the top half of the first inning. Their bench off to our right. West Mifflin in the home grays with blue numbers, gold trim, white pants. Their bench and their dugout off to our left. Tony, what do you expect to see here tonight as Laurel Highlands looks for their first conference win? And again, West Mifflin hasn't lost a conference game all year.
Well, as you said yesterday after doing yesterday's game, I mean, obviously you can't have a 7-run third inning and try to be back in the game. So the Mustangs have to play good defense, get a couple timely hits there. They scored 3 runs, but that wasn't until the 6th inning yesterday on that 3-run homer by Vecchiola. But, it's one of those things. Got to come out, try to put the ball in play, and hopefully get good things to happen for them.
Yeah, 4 available playoff spots in the conference. West Mifflin at 7-0. Elizabeth Ford a game back at 6-1. Bell Vernon a game and a half back at 6-2. Ringgold and Albert Gallatin tied for the 4th and final playoff spot in the conference. Ringgold, though, would get it right now. They swept the season series over the Colonials in both Uniontown and Laurel Highlands, both in action tonight and both 0-7. They'll meet in a series next week, playing Monday at Laurel Highlands High School at 4 o'clock, Tuesday over at Bailey Park at 7 o'clock, both games here on WMBS Radio and also on our digital platforms as well.
Well, one thing that, you talk about future schedules, and really it's going to be imperative over the next couple of weeks, especially with this West Mifflin team. As you said, they're coming in as a first-place team in the section, but they play Elizabeth Forward 2 games next week and then finish up with Bell Vernon.
Correct.
So really, that could be kind of topsy-turvy over the next couple of weeks in the section.
And schedule certainly getting much tougher for the West Mifflin Titans down the stretch, and Laurel Highlands will look for an upset win here on the road as this 2-game series wraps up tonight at West Mifflin High School. Game time temperature 73 degrees under sunny skies. First pitch upcoming here at 7:02 p.m. on a Wednesday night as Parker Hoff steps in, the senior shortstop, batting .241, 2 RBIs for Parker so far this season. A righty versus righty matchup here as Fight delivers the first pitch, a fastball missing inside for ball 1 to Parker Hoff.
And you've got Thompson creeping up a little bit. I don't want to say he's on the infield grass. He's on the infield green turf. Maybe looking for a bunt here.
1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball catches the corner for a strike to even up the count at 1-1. And Tony, something I had never seen before until yesterday when Sevi Vecchiola was at the plate, West Mifflin played 4 outfielders. They dropped the second baseman back into the outfield, and they had 4 outfielders against Vecchiola. And the 1-1 misses there high. Count moves to 2-1. Of course, Vecchiola ended up burning the Titans late. Granted, the score is 11-0 when he hit a 3-run home run and actually took Eli Curtis' glove and hat over the wall along with the ball. 2-1 pitch on the way. Fastball, big cut there from Hoff. Came up empty. Evens up the count at 2-2.
Well, it's probably one of those things where they must have scouted him well, know that he's not going to hit the ball the other way, so you can afford to put 4 outfielders out there and maybe try to stop him from an extra base hit.
Yeah, they certainly did have him well scouted. Now the 2-2 on the way, and that one fouled off there by Parker. Came close to clipping him there on the inside. You have those shadows, Tony, about midway across the infield. Certainly, I think makes things tough out there, especially for the guys in the field.
Well, I noticed even before the first pitch, throw was made down by the catcher to the shortstop, and he was having trouble seeing it in the sun.
We'll see if that plays a factor as this game continues. Top of the first inning, Parker Hoff at the plate, 2-2 count. Fight's pitch on the way, breaking ball misses outside. Count now full at 3-2. Fight to Hoff.
Pretty good at bat right here by Parker Hoff.
Making Fight throwing some pitches as well.
Well,
trying to get that pitch count up here a little bit early on. 3-2 on the way. Inside misses for ball 4, so a rare walk issued by Jackson Fight. That'll bring up Aiden Milsom. We mentioned some of Fight's numbers coming into this game, Tony. 23 strikeouts to just 3 walks. That was the 4th walk that Fight has issued all season long.
And he had really good control, and he didn't miss by much on a lot of those pitches. It was just one of those things. Hoff was right on top of the plate, though.
Now Aiden Milsom coming to the plate, and Aiden going chasing there at the first pitch from Fight, which was a little bit low, but the count moves to 0-1. Milsom, the sophomore right fielder, really has done a great job defensively all season for Laurel Highlands. Really has covered a lot of ground out there in right field, batting .233, has driven in 3 runs so far this season. 0-1 pitch on the way. Milsom fouls it back. Count now moves to 0-2.
Yeah, and you saw the pitcher Fight have a little trouble with that throw back from catcher Cotillo. Kind of lost it in the sun there on the last throw back to him.
I think you'll see that sun continue to play a factor at least for the next 30 minutes or so. And there's Milsom striking out. That pitch was a little bit high and inside. Milsom went after it, came up empty, and that's the first out of the inning. So 1 away for the Mustangs with Parker Hoff still on first and Sevi Vecchiola, who hit that 3-run home run yesterday for Laurel Highlands, coming to the plate. Vecchiola, the junior first baseman, batting .423 with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs.
The leading hitter on the Mustangs team and the only hitter to be hitting over 300.
First pitch missing outside there to Sevi. And Sevi has primarily, Tony, been playing first base this season. Laurel Highlands has been very impressed with what they've seen behind the plate at a freshman, Braylon Shoke. The 0-1 now to check out the 1-0 to Vecchiola, and therefore a strike to even up the count at 1-1. Fight to Vecchiola, and the sun's so bright out there right now, Tony, you can't even read the scoreboard out there in center field.
Yeah, we're trusting these guys next to us to tell us what's going on.
1-1 now. Fight to Vecchiola. 1 out, runner on first, just underway here from West Mifflin High School. 1-1 pitch on the way. Vecchiola hits this high in the air to left. Charging and getting there for the West Mifflin Titans is Eli Curta for the second out of the inning. Curta yesterday was in center field for West Mifflin, and he was the player that ended up colliding with the center field wall on Vecchiola's home run. Actually had to be taken out of the game, and Derek Tudyk came in for Curta. And good to see Curta back in the starting lineup after a scary injury yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say, very good sign there. And good to see him back, and a nice play there.
Noah Lyon at the plate, swing and a miss, runner going. Head first slide into second safely there for Parker Hoff. And now he's in scoring position. But 2 outs on the scoreboard with Noah Lyon, who's batting .250 on the season with 2 RBIs, junior third baseman, now at the plate for Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, and you had second baseman Maggio. Couldn't find that ball in the sun either. Fortunately for West Mifflin, it kind of landed off of Parker Hoff.
0-1 to Lyon, misses low, evens up the count now at 1-1.
No, I think he called that a strike.
Was it? Okay, it was a strike.
Yeah, he did call it a strike, yeah.
So 2 strikes now on Noah Lyon. Trying to keep this inning alive here for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs.
Well, you have Wills kind of shading up the middle to try to keep Hoff close, so a lot of room on that left side.
Time called by Lyon. They didn't give it to him, and a little chopper just going foul. Try to call time there before the pitch. It was not granted.
Fortunately, got a piece of it. If not, tough to get called out on a strike whenever you're trying to call time.
Could have easily been strike 3. Our buddy Cricket saying hello to you, Tony. He's watching our broadcast tonight.
Cricket. Good man.
2 strikes here on Noah Lyon. Fight a glance back at second, and now time called again. Was that Lyon calling it?
It was Lyon calling it. He did get it that time.
That was right in the middle of Fight's windup.
Yeah. Kind of miss the days of the big leagues now whenever these guys can't call timeout all the time.
Actually see the major league game maybe moving faster than the high school game anymore, and there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice breaking ball there from Fight, sending down Lyon. So 2 strikeouts here in the top of the first for Jackson Fight. Laurel Highlands without a run in the top of the first. West Mifflin coming to bat when we come back here on the C.R. Brana Group High School Sports Night.
Do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your Best in Fayette Gold Medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Brian Mrozek, Tony Anula back here at West Mifflin High School. The Titans coming to bat here in the bottom half of the first inning. Here's Tony with our lineup.
All right, leading off for the West Mifflin Titans will be the second baseman, Chase Maggio. Batting second will be shortstop Caden Wills. Third baseman batting third will be Javon Thompson. Batting in the cleanup spot will be right fielder Braden Anzelic. Batting in the 5 spot will be the designated hitter Hunter Horn. Center fielder Derek Tudyk will bat 6th. Eli Curta batting 7th and playing left field. Ryan Bookleitner, the first baseman, batting 8th. And batting 9th is Mario Cotillo, the catcher. Defensively for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, let's go left to right in the outfield. Nick Crouch will be in left. Center fielder will be Connor D'Amico. The right fielder today will be Aiden Milsom. Around the horn on the infield, third baseman will be Noah Lyon. Shortstop, Parker Hoff. Second baseman will be Andrew Galick. First baseman will be Sevi Vecchiola. Behind the dish will be Braylon Shook. And Choke on the mound will be Nick Flesher.
Trying to keep you on your toes here tonight.
Yeah, you got a lot of work to do.
So Chase Maggio leading things off. He's batting .322 with 6 RBIs. Junior second baseman. Tony pulling double duty for us today, as we found out yesterday we weren't going to have a cameraman for this game. Carl working the Uniontown game against Ringgold tonight, so Tony volunteered to run the camera and do color commentary. So if the camera work isn't up to par, that's why, but we'll try to bring you the game the best as we can, as Flesher's first pitch in there for a strike to Chase Maggio.
Well, I'll be pulling double duty, and neither the broadcasting nor the camera will be any good, trust me.
Maggio was 2 for 4 yesterday against Laurel Highlands with a walk. Had 5 plate appearances as the Titans put 11 runs on the scoreboard. Fouls off the 0-1. Pitch now 0-2. And, Tony, you were telling me during the break, when you were growing up, Nick Flesher's last name was pronounced differently with the family.
It was Fleazar back then. I remember when I was a kid. But
maybe Flesher was cooler.
Like Dorsett.
Yes. 0-2 pitch as Shilk lines up on the outside of the plate. Pitch missed in that direction. Moves the count to 1-2 as Flesher had that come out of his glove on the throwback, but probably the sun playing havoc out there as well.
Yeah, and one thing the Mustangs have to be careful of, this West Mifflin team has stolen 77 bases in their first 15 games, averaging 5 steals per game. And Maggio, one of them, with 10 steals.
2-strike pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Chase goes down and 1 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Flesher coming in. This is his 6th appearance, has an 0-3 record, has worked 19 2/3 innings, given up 19 hits, 15 runs, 9 earned runs, struck out 17 and walked 10 so far this season. So 1 away with Caden Wills coming to the plate. Wills batting .405, swings the first pitch here and pops it up in the infield. Usually routine in these situations. The catch is made there by Sevi Vecchiola for the second out of the inning from the first base position. But again, with that sun, I think nothing's going to be routine here, Tony, at least for the next half hour or so.
No, it's going to be tough, Brian. And the other thing, too, is once the lights come on, you never know about how they're going to be, too, for these players.
Javon Thompson now at the plate. Thompson's batting .436 and takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. He has a home run and 11 RBI so far this season. Senior third baseman for West Mifflin.
And their leading hitter.
A lot of high averages on this Titans team. Flesher's 1-0, missed outside. Now 2-0 here to Javon Thompson. And you mentioned coming in, Tony, I think 2 keys for Laurel Highlands defensively. Cut down on the errors. They had a bunch yesterday again against West Mifflin. Actually allowed the Titans to kind of bunt their way through the third inning, scoring 7 runs. And also prevent those big run innings as the Titans put 7 runs on the scoreboard in the third and added 4 in the 6th inning yesterday against the Mustangs.
Well, looking at the stat lines, it only gave the Mustangs credit for 3 errors, but you had mentioned it.
Yeah, there could have been a few more out there.
Yeah, I was going to say that scorekeeper must have been pretty generous.
Next pitch just missed there to Thompson. think we're 2-2 here, Tony, on the counts.
I think you are correct.
3-1 actually, and the 3-1 pitch is inside for ball 4. So West Mifflin with their first base runner of the game. And Javon Thompson, and that'll bring up Braden Anzelic. Anzelic batting .250.
Number 13.
Junior right fielder with 9 RBIs so far this season. Lefty batter against the righty pitcher Flesher.
Thompson with only 6 steals on the year, so not one of the top base stealers, but obviously he's got pretty good speed for this Titan team.
The Mustangs mixed up their rotation a little bit this week. Primarily, it's been Noah Lyon and Nick Flesher getting the start in conference games. They went with lefty Jack Johns yesterday, who actually pitched well, Tony, in a starting role. You see 11 runs being given up in the game, but you had some miscues in the field, a lot of bunt singles, and a lot of that really couldn't be put on Johns because he did his job out there for Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, and actually his line was not too bad, Brian. He gave up 8 hits, 9 runs, but only 4 of those were earned. So it's one of those things where his defense kind of let him down yesterday.
So Anzelic at the plate. You pick up that pitch, Tony?
That was outside.
Outside at ball 1.
Yep.
And the home plate umpire not being very definitive with some of his balls and strikes here today. A little glance over at Thompson from Flesher, 1-0, showing bunts as Anzelic pulls back, pitching there for a strike to even up the count at 1-1. And not to see Anzelic showing bunt with 2 outs here in the inning, but knowing what West Mifflin did yesterday, maybe they figured, hey, give it another shot here today.
Well, yeah, but I think this track's a little faster than that high grass at Laurel Highlands, that's for sure.
Throw over to first, back safely there is Thompson.
I mean, that grass in the infield at Laurel Highlands, you're lucky if it'll bounce 3 times and get to you.
They did have it freshly mowed, but it still slowed down the ball. Runner going there. And the throw down to second goes into center field. And those were some of those miscues, Tony, we were talking about earlier. It allows Thompson to get down to third base.
Well, Hoff couldn't see it. I mean, you know, we said it earlier. He couldn't see it at all. He was afraid of getting killed. It was a great throw, but one thing, he just couldn't find it to catch it. So now Thompson going to be at third base, but still, it was pretty tough there.
Hearing 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Braden Anzelic with Thompson down at third. Scoreless game. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Flesher's 1-2 pitch. This ball chopped back in Nick's direction. He has it, throws it over to first in time to Sevi Vecchiola to retire. And Anzelic 1-3 for the 3rd out of the inning. So we'll go to the top of the 2nd. West Mifflin and Laurel Highlands scoreless here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all
At
states.
the Davis & Davis Law Firm, we understand that facing legal challenges can be overwhelming. That's why we are here to guide you along the way. This is attorney Michael Mays, and at Davis & Davis Law Firm, we have over 45 years of experience, and our team is dedicated to fighting for your rights and making sure you can maximize the amount of money that you deserve. If you are hurt, injured, or need help with workers' compensation, call us today for your free consultation at 724-437-2799. The Davis & Davis Law Firm, you won't pay us anything until we win your case.
Brian Rozak, Tony Inola back here at West Mifflin High School. Nick Crouch, Brody Kutchman, and Andrew Gallick due up for Laurel Highlands here in the top of the second. Hitters 5, 6, and 7. Jackson Fight on the mound for West Mifflin. Just issued that walk to Parker Hoff in the top half of the first inning.
Issued that walk, and you're right. Had Hoff in scoring position, would have been nice to play to run early on for the Mustangs, but Both teams stranding a runner in that first inning.
Hoff was able to steal second base as Nick Crouch fouls off the first pitch here from Fight, counted 0-1. Crouch batting 179, 3 RBIs for the sophomore left fielder. Righty versus righty matchup here. Fight's 0-1 now to Nick Crouch as Jackson winds and fires a breaking ball. Misses inside, even up the count at 1-1.
That pitch did not miss by much there. Tough take for Crouch.
We count even at 1-1. 1-1 pitch on the way. Fastball called strike. 1-2. See some late calls as well from our home plate umpire.
Well, yeah, you know what, too? The other thing, too, is, Brian, if you watch, you're not going to get a whole lot of calls on the inside corner, just the way he sets up.
1-2 ripped fair down the third base line by Crouch. Eli Curta is there with a relay coming in. But Crouch with the first hit of the evening for Laurel Highlands, a single to left.
Yeah, and a good job by Curta to hold it to a single. Javon Thompson gave a lot of room down the line there, and a nice play there by Curta to hold Crouch to a single.
Crouch was 0 for 3 yesterday, so that is first hit of the series. And now Brody Kutchman coming in the plate. Kutchman was 0 for 2 yesterday. Came on to bat for Andrew Gallick in the middle innings. Takes the first pitch here from Jackson Fight. Kutchman a .267 average so far this season. 3 RBIs for the sophomore designated hitter. Throw over to first. Head first slide back safely there from Crouch. And Crouch does have pretty good speed there on the Laurel Highlands side. Member of the Mustang football and basketball teams as well. That pitch misses low now to Brody Kutchman.
And a good take there. And he's Coach Edenfield's going to call Brody Kutchman over. He must have missed a signal.
We saw a lot of that for the Mustangs over the last couple of years when Brad Yeoman was coaching Laurel Highlands, would always call his guys over on a rather routine basis. And
sometimes, you know what, just yell it at them.
Yeah.
Bunt. If you want them to bunt, bunt. You know what? If you lay it down right, you're gonna do the job anyway.
The Kutchman back in the batter's box. Fight on the mound. Next pitch on the way. Fastball misses high and inside. You're seeing that sun shade line now, Tony, in the deep infield right now. It's a 3-0 count. Fight to Kutchman. Fight from the stretch. 3-0 pitch.
Ooh.
Called strike on the inside corner. Takes the count now to 3-1.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, the way he sets up on the inside, on the left shoulder of the catcher, everything on the outside is going to look good. Everything on the inside is going to be kind of tight to get a call.
Another check over at first and Crouch back safely. If you're just joining us, top of the second inning, scoreless between the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the West Mifflin Titans. Laurel Highlands playing at West Mifflin. For you folks on the radio side, you can also watch the Uniontown Ringgold game on the WMBS YouTube page with Josh Scully and Gary Frankhauser calling that game tonight. Another check over at first, and once again, Crouch back safely.
Now, Crouch, not a very big lead, maybe only about 2 or 3 steps over there. You got to wonder if Fight's just trying to see if Kutchman's going to try to lay a bunt down.
This pitch on the way, swing and a miss from Kutchman. Takes the count full now to 3-2. Andrew Gallick due up behind Kutchman in the Mustang order.
Hey, are we taking the camera in when we go to Kennywood after the game?
Is it open late on Wednesday?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Late April?
Maybe these guys got pulled next to us.
3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down goes Kutchman. Third strikeout already of the game for Jackson. Fighting one away here in the top half of the second inning. For two of our colleagues, Tony, Matt Sapienza, who does our morning show, and our midday guy, TJ DeStefano, for the last couple of years, they've been doing their racer challenges over at Kennywood. And it's become quite popular. I think TJ was already at the park earlier on this year, and Matt no-showed, so TJ leads 1-0 there. And I'm sure they'd like to have the camera over for their racer challenges over at Kennywood this season, as well as Andrew Gallick now at the plate. And Gallick takes the first pitch inside for ball one. The sophomore just has not been able to get it going at the plate this year, batting just .059 with an RBI. A lot of times, again, the early season, guys not getting a lot of reps. Sometimes it's tough to get things going here at the plate. And that throw almost a little wide there. Good save there from Ryan Buchleitner, the West Mifflin first baseman.
It was a nice save. Excuse me. And you had, again, Crouch, not a very big lead. And they're just trying to work him over there. I'm not so sure what they're thinking.
Pitch to Gallick. Called strike. 0-1.
Yep, another one on the outside corner.
Braylon Shoke, Mustang freshman, due up next. Just one out here in the inning. Crouch still on first. Fight out of the stretch, runner going, pitch fouled back. Now 2 strikes on Andrew Gallick.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where you had Crouch taking off there. It was the first time anybody got a piece of a ball since he's been on first base. Make him work a little bit, get his steps in today.
2 strikes on Andrew Gallick. A little glance over the shoulder there from Fight. 0-2 pitch on the way. Fastball swing, gonna miss, strike 3, and down goes Andrew Gallick. That's 4 strikeouts already for Fight. And Fight now for the season has struck out 27 batters and walked only 4 if you include the walk issued to Parker Hoff back in the top of the first inning. And now Braylon Shoke coming to the plate. Shoke batting just 129, freshman catcher for the Mustangs. First pitch on the way, called strike 0-1.
And really kind of surprised that Mike Smith didn't give Shoke a bunt sign. You look down to third base, I mean, you've got Thompson. He's playing really in the shortstop spot. There is nobody at third base.
Have 2 outs, though, in the inning, but still might be able to beat that 1 out.
Well,
that pitch misses outside to even up the count at 1-1.
I mean, really, it's going to be down to the pitcher or the catcher trying to make the play. I mean, you've got a ton of room over there.
Might be a good spot here to take a chance with a 1-1 count. And the pitch on the way, and Shoke fouling it back. And actually bounced off the press box and deflected back into play. Almost caught there by Connor D'Amico.
Thought it was coming your way there for a minute.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't come your way. Had that happen a couple of years ago with deadly consequences, not for you, but for some of our equipment. Now Shoke back in the batter's box. Now 2 strikes on him. Again, 4 strikeouts already for Fight. Trying to finish off Laurel Highlands here in the top half of the second inning. 2-strike pitch on the way, misses high. Count now even at 2-2.
And after giving off the leadoff single to Crouch, really settled down. Struck out the next 2 batters, 3 out of the last 4 so far for Fight.
You can tell Fight's a heady pitcher.
Oh, yeah.
On the West Mifflin side. 2-2 now on the way. That one ripped down the third base line. Got the opening there, Tony. And now they're going to hold Crouch at second. She'll have runners on first and second here for the Mustangs. So Shoke taking advantage with nobody covering the third base bag or the third base line.
Yeah, you know, I mean, there was a lot of room down there. You know.
A good opportunity here for Connor D'Amico. 2 on, 2 outs. Scoreless game, top of the second inning. West Mifflin and Laurel Highlands.
Well, you know, the other thing there, too, was that, you know, Fight got that pitch inside. Batter able to turn on it and carry it down the third base line. Really has been working the outside corner pretty much most of this game, but that pitch was inside, and Shoke able to turn on it.
First pitch missed to Connor D'Amico outside, so the count at 1-0. D'Amico was 0 for 3 yesterday against West Mifflin. And now Fight's 1-0 pitch here to Connor, and Connor pops this one up right side of the infield in foul territory, and the ball goes into the netting as the Titans unable to get a play on it. So the Mustangs get a little reprieve here with 2 runners on and 2 outs here in the top of the second inning in a scoreless game.
Yeah, they were pretty fortunate there. Didn't get out by much, but just got caught up in the fencing there. Good effort there by Cotillo.
I count now 1-1. Fight to D'Amico. Crouch on second. Shoke on first. And now Fight's 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball missed outside. Count moves to 2-1. And you do have Shoke, Tony, running for himself as a catcher. No courtesy runner in that situation.
It's kind of surprising, though. You would think that they would run for him, but...
Now the 2-1 pitch on the way, and off the inside of the bat, D'Amico popping it foul. Probably one he should have let go. But now the count even at 2-2.
Yeah, fortunately for Laurel Highlands, the catcher Cotillo had to dance with the home plate umpire, because if not, I think he would have made the catch.
So here we go again. 2-2 now. Fight to D'Amico. 2 on, 2 outs for the Mustangs. Fight still looking back at second. Now delivers a breaking ball. The 2-2 line drive on a one-hopper in front of Tudyk in center field, and he has trouble with it, and that will allow the Mustangs to score the game's first run as Nick Crouch comes around. So an RBI single for Connor D'Amico, his 3rd RBI of the season. Run scored for Nick Crouch. And advancing down to second after that little fumble in center field was D'Amico. And Laurel Highlands striking first in this game, Tony.
Yeah.
And at the top of the order, the shortstop, number 18, Parker Hoff.
Now the top of the order, and Parker Hoff.
Well, and what happened, too, was, Brian, nobody came over to cut that ball. And when Tudyk threw it in, it also gave D'Amico the opportunity to make it to second base. Nobody cut it, came into the plate. So now the Mustangs with 2 more runners in scoring position.
Now stepping off the mound, there was Fight faking the throw over to third.
Yeah, I mean, you got 2 outs. As we mentioned, not a big lead over there. Plus your third baseman playing off the bag a little bit. It's going to be pretty hard to try to pick anybody off third.
Yet Hoff walked and stole a base first time up. Take the first pitch here for strike 1. I think you got to be aggressive in the situation as well. It's been a month since your team's won a game, Tony. Take some chances, swing the bat.
You got nothing to lose, but pitch was a little bit outside. I mean, obviously, Fight got the call there, but if I'm Hoff, I'm kind of squeezing up the plate a little bit here.
Hoff was 1 for 3 yesterday. Fastball here fouled off. Count now moves to 0-2. If you can get a rip here into the outfield, Tony, play 2 more runs. What a difference from yesterday.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, they're giving Hoff a lot of left field. You've got Curta shaded way over. I mean, obviously, and that's to be expected, though. Like I said, you got Fight pitching on the outside corner. If he's going to take it anywhere, it's going to be the other way.
2-strike pitch on the way. That one missed outside.
Going to be extremely tough to pull a ball on that outside corner like that.
Count now moves to 1-2. I think for the first time all game, Tony, now you can see the scoreboard out there a little bit.
Yeah.
The sun's starting to set.
I know our buddy Lance here thought he was doing it for nothing.
I wonder if you're in the stands, if you have a better view of it than we do with the sun out. Now, time called there by Hoff. We're seeing some mind games played between these 2 teams a little bit here, Tom.
Well, you know what, though? Fight comes set, and he does take some time. I mean, I can understand why they're trying to call time out on him, but it's one of those things. You're right. Maybe the Mustang's getting in his head a little bit.
The count's still 1-2, 2 outs, top of the second. Laurel Highlands ready to run across here in this top of the second inning, and that pitch called strike 3. Hoff is saying the pitch hit him.
Wow.
Not getting the call, so the backwards K in the book. 5th strikeout for Fight on a very questionable call behind home plate. So the Mustangs get the RBI single from D'Amico, driving in Nick Crouch. They lead 1-0, moving to the bottom of the second here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and Save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
At Farmana Pharmacy, you're more than just a prescription. You're a part of a pharmacy that is focused on your health. That's why Farmana Pharmacy focuses on just prescriptions. Pharmacists Jim Capuzzi and Cheryl Goodwin take the time to listen, answer your questions, and guide you to better health. To sign up as a patient, visit farmanapharmacy.com or phone 724-626-9600. Farmana Pharmacy, where prescription care comes first.
Brian Rozak, Tony Hanola back here at West Mifflin High School. Moving to the bottom of the second inning. Laurel Highlands a 1-0 lead over the homestanding West Mifflin Titans. The Titans will have hitters 5, 6, and 7 due up here in the bottom of the second inning. Hunter Horn, Derek Tudyk, and Eli Kurta. Again, really, Tony, we talked about it during the timeout as well. Questionable call there on the strikeout call of Parker Hoff there to end the top half of the second inning.
Yeah, it's a tough call. You're right, Brian, especially having two guys in scoring position there. So the Mustangs have left 3 runners in scoring position the first 2 innings.
So Hunter Horn to lead things off. He's batting .419 this season, 1 home run and 13 RBI. Sophomore DH. Foul tips the first pitch here from Nick Fletcher. Just 1 base runner for West Mifflin in the bottom of the first. It was a walk from Javon Thompson as the Titans were unable to get him around.
Pretty nice breaking pitch there by Fletcher to lead off. Get ahead of the count.
Horn was 0 for 2 yesterday. They brought in a pinch hitter, Isaiah Morrison, for Horn during the last 2 plate appearances from that position. Count now even at 1-1 here. Fletcher to Horn.
And that pitch was pretty close right there.
Seeing a lot of close calls here early on. Now the 1-1 Fletcher to Horn, that one outside. Moves the count now to 2-1. I think the sun pretty much set as far as not playing a factor in this game anymore, Tony, with coming across the field.
Right.
Pretty much blocked out right now, and I'm sure the guys in the field appreciate that. The lights, though, have not come on as of yet, as Fletcher misses there inside to Hunter. Oh, they called that a late strike.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
2-2. There's another one of those inside pitches called a strike. Horn actually backed out of the box a little bit on the pitch.
You need that 7-second Janet Jackson delay here to figure out what kind of pitch this is.
Now the 2-2 on the way. Fletcher to Horn. This one chopped to short. Hoff is there. Throw over to first. A little one-hopper dug out by Sevi Vecchiola. So it goes 6-3 as Horn retired. And 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, nice scoop there by Vecchiola. Beautiful play to save a base runner. Hoff made a nice play on it defensively. Just tough throw getting over there, but Vecchiola pulled out those catching skills and made a nice catch.
Now Derek Tudyk coming on. Tudyk, the sophomore center fielder, batting .286 with 11 RBIs so far this season. Fletcher's first pitch here to Tudyk. I think Fletcher just lost control of that one, went well high and inside. Tudyk yesterday came on replacing Eli Kurta after Kurta was hurt in the game. Just had 1 plate appearance and flew out to right field.
Yeah, and that pitch right there just kind of got away from Fletcher.
It's one of those ones you would have heard Bob Uecker say just a bit inside.
Oh, yeah.
Now Tudyk showing bunt, pulls back, and the pitch in there for a strike to even up the count at 1-1.
And good instinct there by Lyons. Saw him square around to try to get in there.
The count now 1-1 here. Fletcher to Tudyk. Fletcher from the stretch. 1 out here in the inning. And Tudyk, a well-hit ball in the left center field gap. It'll one-hop. Nick Crouch will pick it up. That's a single to left field for Derek Tudyk. And that's the first hit of the game for the West Mifflin Titans.
Yep, first hit. And going to put Tudyk at first. Now you're going to have Eli Kurta coming up.
Kurta, the freshman left fielder, batting .300 so far this season. Kurta, before his injury yesterday, was 1 for 3 with an RBI double and a run scored in that 3rd inning. as Flesher with a throw over to first, checking Tudyk there. Head first slide back safely for Tudyk.
And as we mentioned, the Titans like to run.
We'll see if they do that here with Tudyk. Showing bunt was Curda, pulled back. Pitch missed for ball one, so 1-0. Ringgold off to a 1-0 lead over Uniontown at Bailey Park. That game also in the bottom of the second inning. And you can watch that game on the WBS YouTube page with Josh Scully and Gary Frankhauser today.
Yeah, umpire, I don't know if he's yelling at the LH bench or a couple West Mifflin fans behind the backstop here.
So Curda again showing bunt, but Flesher's going to check Tudyk again over first, and Tudyk once again back safely.
Well, he was fortunate there. Sevy really wasn't on first base. It was looking like he was ready to charge.
Ken Curda showing bunt, pulls back, pitch missed inside. Count now moves to 2-0.
Yeah, Sevy was charging on that pitch, so like I said, you were kind of fortunate that he was able to grab that pickoff throw.
Count now 2-0. 1 on, 1 out. Curda again showing bunt, pulls back. And I think, Tony, that pitch missed for ball 3.
Yeah, that pitch was outside.
Now the light's coming on. They have the Musco lighting system here as well. We saw that down at the Trinity football field as well this season.
Hey, you had Coach Smith wondering what the count was. So obviously they must not be able to see the scoreboard either.
3-0 pitch in there for a strike. Count moves to 3-1. I think it doesn't help at times when the home plate umpire isn't too definitive, so I can see why Coach Smith was questioning that. Throw over to first, again back safely there. Derek Tudyk. I think Flesher trying to catch Tudyk sleeping a little bit, but Tudyk on the ball.
Well, Tudyk, as we said, 6 stolen bases so far this year, but Flesher has to be careful because you got
Tudyk running here, pitch missed, throw down to second. Well, it wouldn't matter anyways. That was ball 4.
Right. But what I was going to say was Milsom really shading off the line in right field. So if that throws anywhere out of Vecchiola's range, it's going to be trouble.
Jim Burns, Laurel Highlands assistant, Tony checking in, saying umpire very inconsistent. Tony, you're doing a great job with the camera and doing the play-by-play.
Not doing much, I can tell you that.
So now at the plate, Ryan Bookleitner showing bunt. 2 on, 1 out. Bookleitner pulling back. And a late strike call there by the home plate umpire. Bookleitner batting .250 with 5 RBIs, senior first baseman.
Well, and you've got 1 out, Vecchiola charging at first, and obviously Lyons staying back at third.
Now they step off here, and they got the runner and a run down, and out at third is the lead runner there, Tudyk.
Yeah, and the thing of it was, nice move there by Flesher to just step right back. Saw him kind of take off out of the corner of his eye. And that's a big out right there.
Totally changes the dynamic. You had 2 on with 1 out, and now you just have Curda over at first with 2 outs in the inning and an 0-1 count on Ryan Bookleitner. So Flesher glanced back over at first. Now the 0-1 pitch, runner going again, missed inside. Throw down to second, not in time. Stolen base for Curda. So Curda moves into scoring position. He represents the game-tying run. Again, Laurel Highlands leading West Mifflin 1-0.
And Curda only his 4th steal this year.
Mustangs scoring their lone run on an RBI single from Connor D'Amico, driving in Nick Crouch in the top of the second inning. So Bookleitner back in the batter's box. Next pitch on the way, missed outside. Counts 2-1 now. Flesher to Bookleitner. The catcher Mario Cotillo due up next for West Mifflin. Flesher glanced back at second now at Curda. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss there from Bookleitner to bring the count even at 2-2. 1 strikeout so far from Nick Flesher. Has issued 2 walks in this game.
Well, that pitch right there really handcuffed Bookleitner. Good job there by Fletcher on the inside pitch.
Now the 2-2. Flesher to Bookleitner, and Flesher stepping off after a long glance back at second base.
Hey.
And that ball hit high in the air to right field, and getting under it, making the catch there, Aiden Milsom for the third out of the inning. So the Titans strand one. We play two, Tony, and Laurel Highlands a 1-0 lead over West Mifflin here in the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans put you in charge of your dream home project with all of the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Moving down to the top half of the third inning here at West Mifflin High School. Laurel Highlands a 1-0 lead over the West Mifflin Titans. The Mustangs with hitters 2, 3, and 4 due up. Aiden Milsom, Sevi Vecchiola, and Noah Lyon.
Well, and on that last play, Milsom was shaded over perfectly to make that catch for the Mustangs. We mentioned how he was off of that right field line, but only had to take 2 steps to make that last catch of the inning and retire the Titans.
Ringgold now leading Uniontown 2-0. That game also in the top of the third inning over at Bailey Park. If you'd like to check that game out, again, it's on the WMBS YouTube page. So Aiden Milsom to lead off this top half of the third here for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. First pitch from Fight. Milsom, little check swing. They're going to say he went, and they counted 0-1. Milsom struck out swinging first time up. Sophomore right fielder came into the game with a .233 average and 3 RBIs.
I'd like to see him get on and get a little start here for the Mustangs in this third inning.
Fights 0-1, breaking ball. Pitch missing high to even up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, didn't miss by much.
Lights now on, really taking their effect here at West Mifflin High School on this Wednesday evening as Milsom steps out. It's a no pitch there from Fight.
I think Milsom, he might have jumped the gun there a little early. I wasn't so sure he was going to get that time out.
We've seen that a couple of times on each side in this game. 1-1 pitch on the way, breaking ball, and Milsom had to duck out of the way of that one as the count moves to 2-1. In the surface, all turf here at West Mifflin. Has to be somewhat of an adjustment, I would think, for the kids, especially from Laurel Highlands, to play here. And they're telling me also, Tony, that they have new lights that were installed here. So I mentioned the Musco lights. It's been a couple of years since we've done a game here, and I think the first time that we've been here with these lights in use.
Yeah, I got a feeling, I think the last time we were here, like 2022 maybe.
And Milsom walking there, and the Mustangs with a leadoff base runner, Tony, for the third straight inning. You'd Hoff walk leading off the top half of the first. Nick Crouch with a single to the left ended up scoring a run in the top of the second, and now Milsom walking here in the top of the third, and now Sevi Vecchiola hit that 3-run home run against the Titans yesterday. Comes to the plate.
Yeah, and you've got left fielder and center fielder shifted over towards the left field line for Vecchiola, expecting him to pull the ball.
They're not going to use 4 outfielders against Vecchiola tonight like they did last night. First pitch, a called strike, and you're right. The inside pitch is getting the calls there, Tone, and it's been pretty consistent that way all evening long.
I got a feeling Sevi'd like to see that one again because that was kind of a hanger And I think he'd like to turn on that baby.
0-1 pitch, fastball, called strike, and the count now 0-2.
Yeah, I think Sevy was looking fastball on that first pitch, but I think if he would have had a chance, he might have been able to drive that pitch to Kennywood.
Has to protect the plate here. Ken came into the game with a .423 average, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs by an 0-2 here. The 0-2 pitch missed there, low and outside. Count moves to 1-2. And if you folks on the radio side, we'll have Pirates baseball on the way next. Late game for the Pirates tonight out in California against the Angels.
Yeah, they're it's tough to stay up for those games.
Yes. 1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball on this one chopped to first. Could be 2. Bookleitner throwing over to second for 1. Back to first. Bookleitner trying to get back on the bag, but not in time. So they get the lead runner there, Milsom.
Well, Sevy, you know what? That was a nice piece of hitting, though. That pitch was outside. Went right with it. Tried to take it out to right field. But unfortunately on the ground. A nice place there by Bookleitner, but couldn't get back to first, and that would have been a tough play for Fight to try to get over there to cover.
Now Noah Lyon coming to the plate. He struck out swinging to end the first inning. Now they'll check Vecchiola over at first, and he's back safely.
The Mustangs with only 8 stolen bases on the whole year.
Haven't had a lot of opportunities, though, either, Tony.
No, this is true.
A lot of games they have not had too many guys on base. And the pitch here to Lyon comes up empty. Counted 0-1. Lyon came into the game with a .250 average and a couple of RBIs.
Pretty nice breaking pitch right there by Fight.
Now Fight getting ready for the 0-1. Yesterday, Lyon was 1 for 2 with a walk for Laurel Highlands. And Lyon here trying to go opposite field right. The ball will drop into foul territory to move the count now to 0-2.
Yeah, I think the Mustangs had, 5 hits yesterday and only scored 3 runs. I think 2 of those hits by Vecchiola.
And all 3 of those runs coming in the bottom of the 6th inning on a 3-run home run from Sevy Vecchiola. Lyon here behind 0-2, fouls off another pitch down the right field line. And Zellick trying to make his way over to the fence, but the ball out of play. So the count remains 0-2. Okay, just 2 series left after tonight for both of these schools. Laurel Highlands taking out Uniontown next week, followed by Ringgold during the final week of the regular season. 2 huge series for West Mifflin against Elizabeth Forward and Belle Vernon.
Yeah, that could really set the section standings topsy-turvy. I mean, depending on what happens, but be some great baseball to watch over the next 2 weeks.
0-2 pitch missed low, moves the count now to 1-2 from Jackson Fight to Noah Lyon. Runner on first, 1 out. Top of the 3rd inning, Laurel Highlands leading West Mifflin 1-0. 1-2 pitch here, grounded to short, and a little juggle and no play on it there for Caden Wills. So that has to go down E6, Tony. Could have been a double play ball.
Well, yeah, it could have been a double play ball, and the thing of it was he just got a little ahead of himself, just didn't look it into the glove. It was one of those things. So fortunately now the Mustangs with, again, runners on base, and here's Crouch, who singled his first time up down that third base line. You could see Thompson. He's not as far off the third base line as he was the last time.
No, they're shifting more over that way and even covering left field here for Nick Crouch, who now calls time. You mentioned the section standings. You have West Mifflin at 7-0, Elizabeth Ford at 6-1, and Belle Vernon at 6-2.
You know, the scary part is, too, when you look at the Trib rankings, those teams are ranked 2, 3, and 4. So you got 3 of the top 5 teams in the same section.
First pitch to Nick Crouch missing for ball 1. And West Mifflin ranked 2nd according to the Trib this week. Ringgold really tacking it on Uniontown right now. It's 5-0 for senior night over at Bailey Park. That game's still in the top of the 3rd. 1-0 pitch here to Crouch, and that ball popped foul on the right side again. Count now moves to 1-1. Laurel Highlands off to a good start, trying to continue things here tonight against West Mifflin, looking for their first conference win of the season. If the Mustangs get an upset here, that certainly shakes things up atop the conference and maybe puts a couple question marks on the Titans' minds, Tony, going into those 2 big series.
Well, yeah, and the thing of it is, it would put some question marks on their mind, but maybe give confidence to Elizabeth Forward and Belle Vernon. But, yeah, I think you're going to see some really good baseball here over the next couple weeks.
1-1 pitch, Crouch going around. Count now moves to 1-2. It surprised me, though, how much Elizabeth Forward dominated Belle Vernon. They won both games in that series about 2 weeks ago by wide margins.
Yeah, I think one of those games was, 12-0, which I was kind of surprised, but, maybe one of those weeks.
Yep. 1-2 on the way here, and Crouch with a fly ball in the center field, getting under and making the catch there, Derek Tudyk. Quick relay coming in, so the Mustangs unable to advance runners. And now 2 outs here in the inning.
Well, fortunately for, for Sevi Vecchiola, he didn't wander too far off second base. I thought maybe he was going to think the throw was going to go into third, but able to stay right on second as Tudyk made that throw behind him.
Joe Lacey from South Union Township checking in on our game tonight as well, so hello to Joe. Of course, he said he's hoping our game doesn't go late tonight, Tony. He wants the Pirate game to start on time on WMBS. I think he watches or listens to every game. Not too many people can say that.
Number 13, Cade Sencher.
And now the Mustangs with a pinch hitter here in the DH spot, Cade Sencher, batting for Brody Kutchman.
Yeah, interesting there.
Especially this early in the game. Yes, it's 1-0 Laurel Highlands. Mustangs with 2 on and 2 outs. Now in the top of the third. And Sencher batting .083 so far this season, getting an at-bat here with 2 on and 2 outs. Maybe the coaching staff, Tony, with a hunch. First pitch here to Sencher, misses outside for ball 1.
Well, you got to wonder if it's a hunch or if it's reprimand for missing that bunt sign.
Last time around
hit the last time at bat. So, it could be, it's either a hunch or punishment.
We'll see how this plays out. Count 1-0 here to Sencher. The outfield's actually in here for Sencher as well. Especially with 2 on and 2 outs. Probably hoping to catch one here short and maybe save a run from coming in if Sencher does get a base hit. 1-0 pitch. Sencher coming up empty there. You can smell the pizza from the snack bar pretty good right now as well, Tim.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Smells pretty good. We might have to have DoorDash. Where's Dice when you need him?
We were asking that, too. Unfortunately, Billy couldn't make our games tonight. I'm sure he's probably checking in. 1-1 pitch on the way, just tipped foul there by Sencher. And Billy not being here, one of the reasons you're doing camera tonight, Tony. Well, Billy's doing well, and certainly appreciate his help throughout the course of the season. He'll be with us for some other games before the high school baseball season wraps up.
I'm tempted to call him and see what the price would be to get DoorDash to deliver from the concession stand up here to the press box.
He'd probably have to drive 50 miles to get here.
Yeah.
Well, if he gets here, though, it could be a bonus. They can do camera for the late innings.
That's exactly right.
So they can basically do like 2 jobs at once for him.
Yep, we'll give him a tip, too.
Yes.
Don't go to Cleveland.
1-2 count now on the way, and the breaking ball is hit in to left field, but with the outfield coming in there, Tony, nowhere for Vecchiola to go at third, but Sencher, they gave him an opportunity, and he comes through there with a single to left.
I mean, that wasn't tattooed by any means, but perfect.
He did his job. Yep.
Yes, he did.
So a single to left for Sencher. And now the Mustangs with the bases loaded in 2 outs with Andrew Galla coming to the plate. You mentioned, Billy was in Cleveland on Saturday.
Oh, yeah?
He went up for the Miami-Columbus Crew MLS game, played at Brown Stadium.
Huh.
Yes.
Well, there you have it. I would have never thought about that.
Yes. So on the first pitch here to Gallick with the bases loaded, misses high for ball 1. They count at 1-0, so a huge opportunity here for Laurel Highlands. Get the Mustangs leading the West Mifflin Titans 1-0. Have the bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the third inning.
Yeah, I know you like that soccer, too.
Yes.
They would have had to have the winning lottery ticket for me to go there.
1-0 pitch on the way. Gallick taking that one. Cal moves to 2-0. Of course, nowhere to put Gallick either. With the bases loaded. Again, Fight came in, a 4-0 record, 0.36 ERA. And the Mustangs, an opportunity here to blow this one wide open in the top of the third. 2-0 pitch on the way to Gallick. Swing and a miss. Count now moves to 2-1.
Yeah, and you've got Caden Wills thinking, okay, I made that boot at shortstop. Hopefully it doesn't cost us anything.
Fight over 60 pitches already in this game. Now the 2-1 pitch here to Gallick. Misses low. Count at 3-1. And now, Tony, you're a ball away here from locking in a run.
Yeah, now if I'm Gallick right now, I'm standing with one toe on the plate. I'm going to make him throw a strike.
He's crowding the plate a little bit.
I would too.
3-1 pitch on the way. Fastball, and that is ball 4. So an RBI walk for Andrew Gallick. A run scored for Sevi Vecchiola, and Laurel Highlands now has a 2-0 lead over West Mifflin here in the top of the second inning. I don't think we expected this coming up here tonight, Tony, at all.
Well, that's what, the third or fourth walk tonight by him? And we said coming in the game, he only had, 3 coming in the game for the whole season.
3 walks already in this game, 2 this inning.
Yeah.
From fight. The Mustangs still with the bases loaded, and Braylon Shoke coming to the plate after this infield meeting here now with the bases loaded. A run already across here in the top half of the third. And the Mustangs now up 2-0.
El Shoke with the stinger his first time up. He'd like to rope run here down the left field line and played a couple more runs for the Mustangs.
So Shoke again entered this game just a 129 average. We mentioned that single he had in the second inning, just a freshman. Mustangs extremely high on Shoke.
They've got some nice young players,
yes, they
there's
do.
no doubt. Now, it's kind of interesting, too, because I was looking at this roster from West Mifflin, and they only have 4 seniors on the whole team.
They'll have an opportunity as well to be strong for years to come. So now Shoke standing in here for the Mustangs. Fight out of the stretch, bases loaded. First pitch here to Shoke, fouled off. The count at 0-1.
Yeah, did get a little piece of that. That was a high pitch, though. Might have thought a little bit better about swinging at that one, but it's tough when they're up by your eyes.
And we've seen the inside part of the plate and the inside positions being called strikes more often than not by our home plate umpire so far in this game. Now the 0-1 pitch here to Shoke. This ball popped foul on the right side, and now Shoke behind 0-2.
Yeah, got to protect here. Anything close. And I got a feeling that Fight's going to try to nibble on this outside corner here, so Shoke's got to be really careful. Got to protect.
Count now 0-2. Fight to Shoke. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball. Shoke grounder to first. Knocked down there by Booklightner. A little flip. Close play. But the play made to the pitcher Fight, who was covering the bag. So it goes 1-3. Check that, 3-1 to end the inning. The Mustangs get another run, and they lead West Mifflin 2-0, moving now to the bottom half of the third here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Amidar Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amidar Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amidar Transit, call them 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Moving now to the bottom half of the third inning, Laurel Highlands, surprise, surprise, up 2-0 over the West Mifflin Titans. West Mifflin here in the bottom of the third will have hitters 9-1 and 2 up. Mario Cotillo, Chase Maggio, and Caden Wills. And Flesher's pitched well so far for the Mustangs, Tom.
Yes, he has. Been extremely efficient as well. Only, one walk so far? Two.
Two walks. One in the first and one in the second. Now showing bunt here is Cotillo, pulls back, and the pitch misses here for ball one. So the scoreboard went out.
Now I think that we were mentioning that I think the players said that it's in their eyes.
Okay. 1-0 pitch. Called strike to even up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, I don't.
That's a shame. You had a nice complex here. Now you have a scoreboard that's not on because you have people complaining.
Well, I mean, they're saying that the hitters can't see the pitch, but yeah. I mean, you know what? Maybe if you're in the box and the guy's kind of releasing it higher or something, but yeah, I don't know.
Count now 2-1. It also kind of takes away from the atmosphere a little bit. A lot of the folks coming in, you're arriving late, and you have to ask around what's the score, how many outs, and all that good stuff as well. That one fouled back, count now 2-2. In bottom of the third inning, Laurel Highlands a 2-0 lead over the West Mifflin Titans. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola, Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios here on WMBS Uniontown. Nice to have you along with us for high school baseball Wednesday night here on our WMBS platforms. Ringgold and Uniontown playing on the WMBS YouTube page as Cotillo fouls off another one there from Flesher. Last check there, Ringgold up 6-0 now over Uniontown. That game top of the fourth inning. A count out 2-2. Flesher to Cotillo. Flesher's 2-2 pitch. Cotillo swing and a miss. Strike three. So for Flesher, his second strikeout, he sent down Chase Maggio back in the first inning. So now an out recorded here in the bottom of the third with Maggio coming to the plate. And Maggio entered the game with a .322 average and 6 RBIs, junior third baseman.
And that was a pretty nice breaking pitch there by Flesher to pick up that strikeout.
First pitch here to Maggio, chopped to third. Good little scoop up from Lyon, throw over to first in time to Vecchiola to retire Maggio 5-3 for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that Noah Lyon knew he had that ball, but pretty nice play on the short hop.
Well, he should be easier to see right now. I mean, you don't have the sun playing any effect, and the lights are pretty good here at West Mifflin as well, with Caden Wills coming to the plate.
Well, the other thing is you're not going to get too many bad hops on this turf.
No, I agree.
I mean, it's not, it's not like you're at Laurel Highlands or anything going to get one of those crazy hops off the dirt, but yeah, everything should be pretty clean here.
First pitch miss low to Wills, count 1-0. Wills popped up to first baseman Sevi Vecchiola first time up. 1-0 pitch here, chopped foul. Count now even at 1-1. Wills yesterday had 5 plate appearances, grounded out in the first, had a bunt single for an RBI in the third and scored a run, doubled in the fourth, was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the sixth, and flew out to left field in the seventh. He was busy at the plate all game long. We'll hit this one off the inside of the bat back to Flesher, who fires it over to Vecchiola, and we have a 1-2-3. Bottom half of the third inning, so Laurel Highlands still leading West Mifflin 2-0 after 3 here on the C. Harper Group High School Sports Night.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in. John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from your 7-time President Award-winning Ford of Uniontown. Dominic, let's get these listeners the big news. We're happy to announce that Ford is offering employee pricing for everybody. That's right, you pay what a Ford employee pays and not a penny more. From America, for America.
Hey, John, does a customer still get the incentives on the vehicle?
Dominic, they absolutely do. Any additional incentives on that vehicle are passed directly to the consumer.
Now, that is a heck of a deal, and I'm glad we have a wide selection of new units on the ground and ready for delivery. John, speaking of inventory, we have over 60 pre-owned vehicles, and they are looking for some new owners. Most are certified with great rates and factory warranty.
Just a reminder, we still offer online maintenance appointments, mobile service, and our very popular pickup and delivery service. Your car knows, shouldn't you? That's 40 Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's, or check us out at 40uniontown.com. Employee pricing excluded on 2025 Super Duty, 2025 Expedition, and any specialty vehicles.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Brian Morozak and Tony Hanola back here at West Mifflin High School, 2-0. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs leading the West Mifflin Titans. The Mustangs with hitters 9, 1, and 2 due up here in the top half of the fourth. Connor D'Amico, Parker Hoff, and Aiden Milsom. And our buddy Jimmy Burns checking in again, Tony, saying they never should have had the scoreboard directly with the hitter. Poor design, batter's eye in center field always. And it's coming from a baseball expert.
Yeah. Well, the thing of it is, I probably had a tough time finding another space here with the hillside over there.
Probably could have put it left center, though, couldn't you?
Yeah, probably.
You still have some room over there.
Looks like
could have mounted in that direction.
Yeah.
We've been doing games here a lot, though, in the past, even at night. And this is the first time, unless the design's just a little bit different with the new lighting system or maybe a little bit of a brighter scoreboard, that I ever remember that being a factor where they've ordered the scoreboard off.
Yeah, it's...
and we've done playoff games here at night before as well.
Yes. Yeah, just a little bit different, so I don't know.
So Connor D'Amico to lead things off. He had an RBI single to center field during his first at-bat back in the second inning.
Yeah, D'Amico with that single last time up.
First pitch here to Connor, swing and a miss, counted 0-1.
Yeah, need a good start here. Get to the top of the order, maybe tack on a couple extra runs.
You got Fight right around 70 pitches thrown in this game right now as we work here in the top of the fourth inning. So the Mustangs certainly have made him work, and you'll likely see the Titans have to go into their bullpen whether they like it or not in this game.
Yeah, the count now 0-2. That pitch called a strike.
Now Fight getting ready here at the 0-2. To Connor D'Amico, wind and fire, fastball in the outside corner, called ball one to move the count now to 1-2.
Yeah, another close pitch. Fight not missing by much.
Now Fight set with the 1-2 here to D'Amico. Fastball, Connor sends it right back in his direction. Good glove there from Jackson. Underhand scoop over to first, the book lightener for the first out of the innings. That one goes 1-3, and we have one away here in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, D'Amico hit that ball hard, but just right at him. A nice play defensively there by Fight to get in there and make the play.
Number 18, Parker Hoff.
Now the top of the order, Parker Hoff. Right, it'll be Hoff's third plate appearance of the game. Walked back in the first, struck out in the second. Fight now getting ready for the first pitch here to Hoff. Fastball missed well outside, count 1-0. And Parker came into the game with a .241 average and 2 RBI, senior shortstop for Laurel Highlands.
It was stranded in the first inning. In scoring position at second base.
Now the 1-0 here to Parker. Another fastball missing high and outside. Count now 2-0. This is probably the most Fight's had to work on the mound so far this season. And opposing teams have hardly gotten to him at all. 2-0 now on the way. And low and inside again from Fight to Hoff, and they count at 3-0. Elizabeth forward clobbered Albert Gallatin this afternoon, 15-1. And at last check, Ringgold up 6-0 over Uniontown. So other Section 2 4A games. 3-0 pitch called a strike, count now 3-1.
Hoff taking all the way.
Yeah, actually stepped out of that one.
Yep.
It's now 3-1. Fight to Hoff. Fastball missed low and outside for ball 4. So the second time that Hoff has walked in this game. And Tony, you mentioned Fight came into this game issuing just 3 walks all season and now has issued 4 walks already in this game.
And this is it.
And he's going to get pulled out of the game. So we'll have a pitching change coming here with 1 out. Mustangs are runner on top of the 4th, leading West Mifflin by a score of 2-0. And we'll step aside. We'll tell you about the new Titans pitcher when we come back here in the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Are you looking for personalized health care you can trust? At Montgomery Medical, they're accepting new patients.
Hi, I'm Dr. Betty Thomas. Having a primary care provider means better overall health, from preventative care to managing chronic conditions. We're here to support you every step of the way. That's right. Hi, I'm Jenna Lipsa, a physician assistant. Plus, we have same-day appointments and walk-in same-day care available, too. We're here for you.
Join the Montgomery Medical family today by calling 724-569-8100 to schedule your appointment. A family tradition of family medicine.
Brian Morozak, Tony Anula back here at West Mifflin High School. So Laurel Highlands chasing Jackson Fight. And just one of those nights, Tony just didn't have it. Gave up 2 runs, issued the walk to Hoff here in the top of the 4th, and he's gone, going just 3 1/3 innings so far. The new pitcher is Justin Dillon, the junior. 1-1 record, has worked 14 2/3 innings, a 1.91 ERA. He's given up 15 hits, 9 runs, 4 of them earned, struck out 8 and walked 7 so far this season. And for Dillon, this is already his 9th appearance of the year, Tony.
Yeah, he must be their bullpen guy for sure to appear in 9 out of the 15 games so far.
Dillon now, the first pitch here to Aiden Milsom, and Milsom fouls it off, so they count at 0-1. Milsom walked back in the first, or check that, struck out back in the first inning, then walked in the 3rd inning. Behind 0-1 here with 1 out, the Mustangs leading 2-0 in the top half of the 4th.
Yeah, and Hoff with not a very big lead over there.
The 0-1 pitch, the pitch was inside, but Milsom wanted chasing. And the count now even at 1-1.
He might have been able to swing at that pitch 100 times and not hit it for where that was. Would have been extremely tough to get a bat on it.
Now the 1-1 on the way, and that one was low, and it got away from the catcher Mario Cotillo, and that will allow Parker Hoff to advance down to 2nd in scoring position.
Yeah, and Cotillo did a nice job to get down there, but just took a funny bounce once it hit his equipment and scooted to his left.
Justin Dillon now getting set here with the next pitch to Aiden Milsom, and Milsom now calls time. As the head game's got to continue here between these two teams. Laurel Highlands scoring a run in the 2nd and a run in the 3rd so far, looking for more here in the top half of the 4th inning. Already getting to the Titans bullpen in this contest, and Dillon, a pitch there that just missed low to even up the count at 2-2. Didn't miss by much.
No, it didn't. It not miss by much. And Milsom, tough pitch to take right there, but still alive with a 2-2 count.
Get Hoff on 2nd. And Dillon from the stretch, glance back at 2nd. Now time called here again by Milsom. I think Dillon's starting to get a little bit frustrated as well.
Yeah, You know what, though? But he spends a long time whenever he comes set. You can't blame Milsom for calling time.
You saw the same thing out of Fight earlier as well.
Yeah.
Milsom said, "You ready to finally deliver one?" And he will fire a fastball here that Milsom hits on the ground to short, little backhand, long throw over to first in time from Wills to Bookleitner. Advancing down to third is Parker Hoff. So that goes 6-3. Runner advances. And now 2 outs here in the inning with Sevi Vecchiola coming to the plate.
Leading hitter, leading home run hitter, leading RBI guy for the Mustangs. So right now just trying to tack another one on here.
Vecchiola came into the game batting .423.
They're going to walk him.
They will intentionally walk Sevi Vecchiola. And after seeing the fact that he hit a 3-run home run against the Titans yesterday, putting him on first with West Mifflin trailing Laurel Highlands by a score of 2-0 as we work here in the top of the 4th inning. Now runners on the corners here for the Mustangs. Noah Lyon at the plate. He got on via an error last time up.
Well, and you got to kind of wonder, do you run Vecchiola here? I mean, obviously not a lot of speed, but
can still take the chance in this situation. Mustangs lead at 2-0. And now time called here at the plate, not granted. Pitch on the way. Missed low. Another good block there from Cotillo.
Yeah, nice block there. And you're right, Lyon tried to call time. It was not granted. He had that hand up for a long time.
You must get to the point if you're the home plate umpire and these guys calling time on every other pitch. You just start not granting it and say, hey, guys, you got to play it. Well, faking the throw to third, then back over to first. And barely back safely. There was Vecchiola.
Sevi was leaning. He was fortunate. I think with this camera angle, you can see everybody on base. So,
and Tony keeping it wide for you, doing double duty, both behind the mic and behind the camera today. Now Dillon's next pitch here to Lyon, and this a rip. And it'll drop in right center field, so the Mustangs will plate their 3rd run of the game. Hoff scores, throw down to third. Safe there for Laurel Highlands as Vecchiola and an RBI for Noah Lyon. And Laurel Highlands increases their lead now to 3-0.
Yeah, and just a little flare over the second baseman's head, and that was it. Nicely placed by Lyon. Now it's going to bring up Nick Crouch. Crouch looking to add another one here.
So the Mustangs are running the second, a run in the third, now a run here in the 4th to lead 3-0. Crouch 1 for 2 today. Now he steps off. So for Laurel Highlands, you've Lyon on first. Vecchiola, who was intentionally walked, now at third. Again, Laurel Highlands has not won a conference game yet this year. West Mifflin hasn't lost a conference game yet this season. Yet Laurel Highlands up 3-0 here. And Crouch at the plate takes that pitch low for ball 1.
And again, good block there by Cotillo.
Crouch came into the game with a 179 average, but certainly has been more productive than that in this series. Now faking the throw to third that time again was Dillon. Didn't release it at all.
Well, Lyon knew it was coming. He wasn't far off the bag.
We'll see if Lyon gets aggressive at all at first and tries to advance down to second.
It looks like he extended that lead maybe another half step.
Pitch here to Crouch, fouled back. I think we're even here 1-1, Tony.
No, I think you are correct. Yeah, Crouch hit a rope his first time up.
Good. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Also another well-hit ball that was caught by Tudyk out in center field in the 3rd inning. So a 1-1 count here. Dillon to Crouch. Pitch on the way, runner going, missed high, got off the glove of the catcher Cotillo, and that will allow the Mustangs to score another run as Sevi Vecchiola slides into home safely.
Yeah, just got away. That pitch was high. Cotillo jumped out of that stance, just couldn't grab it. And the Mustangs able to plate another run. And again, Lyon in scoring position for the Mustangs at second base.
So a 4-0 lead now for Laurel Highlands over West Mifflin.
1 strike.
Yeah, I don't think we expected this.
I think anybody expected this. Now time called.
He's not going to give.
Not going to give Crouch time. Pitch on the way. Crouch fouls it off.
He's saying once he said it, it's like, nah, I don't think so. But
Crouch back in the batter's box. The Mustangs now with Noah Lyon on second. 2 outs here in the inning. 2 runs already across. The Mustangs leading 4-0.
And granted him time on that one.
Now Crouch back in. Dillon's pitch on the way, and Crouch just foul-tipped it.
Barely got a piece of that. Fortunate.
So Crouch staying alive, 2 strikes on him. Mustangs 2 already across here in the inning, leading 4-0. As we work in the top of the 4th. Crouch digging in. Dillon on in relief of Fight. 1-2 pitch on the way again. Hops away from Cotillo. And down to third goes Noah Lyon.
Wow.
Count now 2-2.
And you just got to wonder a little bit, like, it's what, about the 3rd or 4th ball that's gotten past Cotillo here in this inning.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Cotillo inside. Actually, that was the 3-2 pitch. They will walk Nick Crouch.
And that's going to bring up Sencher, who came in to bat for
Kutchman. Yep, picked up a hit.
Yep.
Cage, Sencher.
Trying to continue it here again against this West Mifflin Titans team that's just been a little bit off tonight. Runners now on the corners, 2 outs, top of the 4th. Laurel Highlands up 4-0. First pitch here to Sencher. A swing and a miss. Pitch was high and inside. And the DH spot are initially occupied by Brody Kutchman tonight. Kutchman struck out in the 2nd inning. Then Sencher came in during the 3rd, and look out here, throw down to 2nd. And sliding into 2nd safely there, Tony, is Crouch.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, I don't know if it was Crouch or first base coach Mark Edenfield, but that was a brilliant move. Time was not called, and a great job to get in scoring position there. So I don't know whether to give it to Coach Edenfield or Crouch, but any way you look at it, smart play.
Yeah, best game the Mustangs by far, no matter what happens tonight, Tony, have played all season long. Next pitch here to Sencher. Just missed outside. Count now even at 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Sencher with a big opportunity here.
You got 2 in scoring position, and you're up 4 in the game. Still a lot of baseball to play. Aren't even halfway home yet. 2-1 pitch on the way, and Sencher swing and a miss. Count now even at 2-2. Or check that 1-2, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strike, 2 out.
Sencher having to protect the plate here.
Yeah, anything close.
Now the 1-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Dillon on in relief of Fight, strikes out Sencher to end the inning, but the damage already done. The Mustangs getting an additional 2 runs across, and we're halfway home with Laurel Highlands leading West Mifflin 4-0 here on the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Night.
Busy day, feeling unwell, don't feel like driving, but need your prescriptions? No worries. Farmana Pharmacy delivers to your home or workplace for free. Stay comfy at home or focused at work. Farmana Pharmacy delivers Monday through Friday, so you don't have to worry about picking up your prescriptions. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Phone 724-626-9600 or visit farmanapharmacy.com. Farmana Pharmacy, prescription care and convenience delivered. Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans put you in charge of your dream home project with all of the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Brian Morozak and Tony Hanula back here at West Mifflin High School, moving now to the bottom of the fourth inning. Laurel Highlands leading West Mifflin 4-0. Bunt laid down here. Mustangs charging in from third. Throw over to first goes wide of the bag, and that will allow the spot initially occupied by Thompson in the batting lineup. And that's actually Tony Lester that was batting there for Thompson. And Lester getting all the way down to third.
Yeah, tough play there for Lyon. Actually, just throw that bounced in front of Vecchiola went all the way down the right field line. And there's a lot of room down there. By the time Milsom went over to cover it, Lester was standing on third base with no problem.
So Lester actually came on defensively when they made the pitching change, putting Dillon in for Fight. Productive now at the plate. Now Anzelic up here for West Mifflin. Takes the first pitch outside for ball one. You can sense, Tony, maybe a little momentum switch in the game here as the Titans trying to get a little footing here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, trailing Laurel Highlands 4-0.
Well, what the Mustangs need to realize is, hey, it's okay to give up one run.
Well, they're going to give up one here as that one hit in a left field, bouncing in front of Nick Crouch. So an RBI single to left for Anzelic, scoring Lester. And the Titans on the scoreboard for the first time in this game. It's 4-1.
Designated hitter, number 44.
I didn't think it was going to be that easy tonight.
No, I did not either.
Now Hunter Horn coming to the plate. He grounded out 6-3 first time up. So the Titans get a run back. It's 4-1. Still nobody out here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. We'll throw over to first, and Zelic back safely.
And Zelic picks up an RBI. They're going to show bunt again. Horn pulls it back. Takes that pitch for a ball.
So Hunter Horn came into this game with a .419 average and 13 RBIs. Mustangs with Lyon in at third. Horn again showing bunt, pulls back. And that pitch a called strike.
Count now at 1-1.
Nobody out. One run already across. And Anzelic on first. Laurel Highlands scoring a run in the second, a run in the third, then two in the top half of the fourth. Flesh another throw over to first. Head first slide back safely again there from Anzelic. And if you're just joining, especially on the video side and looking at the scoreboard, it's not wrong. It's 4-1. Laurel Highlands leading West Mifflin.
Yeah, good thing it's your scoreboard.
Because the one here is off. And actually, for some reason, Tony, ours went off for a second. I'm going to try to get it back on here momentarily. Not sure what happened there as that one fouled off there by Horn. We'll try to get it back on for you. With West Mifflin leading Laurel Highlands 4-1.
4-1, nobody out. And Zelic on first, and Hunter Horn now at the plate.
That pitch misses low and outside. Runner going. Throw down to second. Ooh. And safe at second. Mustangs thought they had Braden Anzelic, but safe is the call on the field.
Good throw by Shoke. Now you're going to have Mike Smith come out. I don't know whether he's coming out to question the umpire or to kind of settle Flesher down a little bit. Mike's going to go out and talk to the umpire and see what the call was, but got to put something in his mind there a little bit. So now a 2-2 count on Hunter Horn. Nobody out. And Zellick at second base.
Now Horn digging himself back in. Moving a runner back in a scoring position. Down 4-1. Flesher glanced back at second again. Next pitch on the way, and Horn rips it. And that is ruled a foul ball. Close there down the third base line.
That was extremely close. West Mifflin's coach down the third baseline trying to signal it fair. Maybe influence the ump a little bit, but it was a good try.
They've got the scoreboard back on there again, Tony. Press one too many buttons. That happens. So Horn still at the plate. Now Flesher calling time. He wants to tack to catcher Braylon Shoke.
Well, with the runner on second, I mean, obviously they're trying to go multiple signs, but it's one of those things. Not so sure he's going to be able to see it out there from second base anyway.
Try to get you an update here on the Uniontown Ringgold game as well. Now 6-0 Ringgold there in the bottom of the fifth over at Bailey Park tonight. Check that, top of the seventh now, 6-0 Ringgold. So that game moving right along. Our game still here in the bottom of the fourth. A much closer game at 4-1. Still nobody out. And Horn hitting that one off the inside of the bat. Line is there. Throw over to first in time to Vecchiola to retire Horn 5-3. That's the first out of the inning.
And a good throw there by Lyon.
Brings up center fielder number 1.
And Zellick advances down to third. And now Derek Tudyk comes to the plate. Kudik singled to left field first time up. And was caught in a rundown. The Mustangs are able to get him down at third.
Yeah, actually just got caught leaning at second base, and a nice move by Flesher to pick him off.
Tudyk showing bunts. And no pitch there from Flesher. We're an hour and 36 minutes into this one so far. Bottom of the fourth inning, and that pitch on the inside there to Tudyk just stepped away from it, 1-0.
Fortunate to get out of the way, or
yes,
maybe unfortunate to get out of the way.
Another base runner at this juncture of the game, down exactly. 3 runs. And Tudyk showing bunt again, pulls back, and the pitch misses low. Count out 2-0. Flesher thought that was a pretty good pitch.
1 out, bottom of the fourth.
Pretty good pitch right there. Mustangs bench questioning where that was at.
And Tudyk back in, now he calls time. Yeah, these guys have been playing head games all night long.
We need a pitch clock in high school, too.
Maybe there's a curfew for the game tonight. The way this one's going. Again showing bunt. Tudyk lays it down, goes back to Flesher, needs to gun it to first. He does. But Tudyk will pick up an RBI. Driving in, and Zellick for the second run of the inning scored for the Titans. And they've sliced the Mustang lead now back to 4-2.
Third baseman, number 23, Eli Curda.
And Eli Curda now will come to the plate. Curda walked and stole a base first time up. The freshman again was injured yesterday. Tudyk came in for him. But Curda back in the lineup today. Takes the first pitch for strike one.
Yeah, Curtis started in left field. Actually got moved to third base the previous inning.
And West Mifflin made a number of defensive changes. We'll try to recap all of those for you when they take the field again for the top of the fifth. As Flesher missing there to Curda. Even up the count at 1-1.
And just get out of this inning, give up 2 runs, and try to put a few more on the board for the Mustangs.
Now the 1-1 here to Curda. Missed low and outside. Hopped away from the catcher Shoke, but nobody on base. So the Titans can't advance anybody any farther.
2 balls.
Laurel Highlands will have hitters 7, 8, and 9 due up in the top half of the fifth. Gallick, Shoke, and D'Amico. 2-1 now. Flesher to Curda. And Flesher again from the stretch. 2-1 pitch, and Curda chops it foul on the left side. Count now even at 2-2.
Need to get some baseballs into play here.
2 balls.
And Derek Tudyk picking up that sack bunt RBI for the second West Mifflin run. And Zelick had the RBI single driving in Lester for the first run of the inning. Lester batted for Javon Thompson. Now Curta, the freshman, at the plate. Bases empty, 2 outs here in the inning. Mustangs up 4-2, and Curta takes that pitch outside.
Should be what, full count?
Yep, should be full here at 3-2. Well, full count here. Flesher to Curta. Again, the base is empty. 2 outs here in the inning. Payoff pitch right down the pipe for strike 3. Curta wishes he had that one back. So Flesher strikes out Curta to end the inning. Titans get 2 runs. We've played 4. It's Laurel Highlands 4 and West Mifflin 2 here on the C.R. Prada Group High School Sports Night.
KKC Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County. Whether you're buying or selling a home, Jeff Dennis of RE/MAX Select Realty is your local realtor of choice. Jeff and his team are proud members of our community and have the skills, knowledge, and ability to meet your needs. Call them today at 724-933-6300, extension 903, or visit them in person, 542 Morgantown Street in Uniontown. And remember to follow Jeff Dennis' team RE/MAX Select Realty on Facebook today.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans put you in charge of your dream home project with all of the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Moving down to the top half of the 5th inning, Laurel Highlands leading West Mifflin by a score of 4-2. And again, to recap some of the defensive changes on the West Mifflin side, Tony, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Eli Curta now playing third. That spot was occupied initially by Javon Thompson. Lester, who is now batting for Thompson, now out in left field. That spot was occupied by Eli Curta. And Nate Fleming now playing shortstop in place of Caden Wills.
And I think that's all of them.
Of course, you have the new pitcher as well, Justin Dillon, in for fight. Andrew Gallick at the plate took ball 1 and now swings and misses the 1-0 pitch. And the count even at 1-1.
Gallick, though, with a big hit his last time up.
Actually, he had a
walk
RBI.
Yep. Sorry
last
about
time
that.
up, struck out back in the 2nd inning, but hey, still productive. And drove in a run. 1-1 pitch here. This one chopped to third. And that is Curta with a throw over to first in time there to Bookleitner to retire Gallick 5-3 for the first out of the inning. And West Mifflin defensively, Tony, has not retired Laurel Highlands in order in any inning so far in this game. Hoff walked in the first. You had the 2nd inning where the Mustangs sent 6 to the plate, scored 1 run. 7 Mustangs batted in the 3rd. They scored 1 run. 7 Mustangs batted in the 4th. They scored 2 runs. And now Shoke at the plate here. He's 1 for 2. Singled in the 2nd, grounded out in the 3rd. Fastball there, misses low and outside. Of course, nobody on base, so no damage done as that one got away from Cotillo.
The Mustangs trying to get those 2 runs back.
Shoke set to go. And that pitch missed low from Dillon. Now 2 balls on Braylon Shoke. Pitch on the way. Fastball called strike. Count now 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That pitch was perfect right there. Right on the outside corner.
Now Dillon's 2-1 here to Shoke. And Shoke might have foul tipped it. Nonetheless, the result the same. Evens up the count at 2-2.
1 out, top of the 5th.
And working here in the top of the 5th inning, Laurel Highlands leading West Mifflin by a score of 4-2. Now the 2-2 pitch here to Shoke. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Dillon now is retired 3 straight. Struck out Centure to end the 4th. Got the ground out from Gallick. Now the strikeout of Shoke, and you have 2 up, 2 down here for Laurel Highlands in the top of the 5th with Connor D'Amico coming to the plate. D'Amico also 1 for 2 today. Had that RBI single to center field in the 2nd. Grounded out as the leadoff man in the 4th. He'll take the first pitch here, low for ball 1.
Ball 1.
And D'Amico again trying to turn the order over here for the Mustangs.
Now Dillon will wind and fire the 1-0. This ball hit high in the air to center field, backing up and making the catch. It was not easy there for Tudyk, but he got the job done out in center field. So the Mustangs retired 1, 2, 3 here in the top half of the 5th. We'll move to the bottom of the 5th. Laurel Highlands still leading West Mifflin 4-2 here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
Pizza, beer, atmosphere. It's all at Mom Maruka's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
For 20 years, Beagley Tree of Somerset has been providing premier land management services across the region. Beagley can do it all. They offer a wide array of services, including vegetation control, right-of-way restoration, land clearing, building demolition, erosion and sediment control, access road installation, and a whole lot more. For more info, visit BeagleyTree.com. That's BeeGhly Tree.com. Or call them today at 814-444-TREE. Beagley Tree, construction support services done right.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Moving now to the bottom of the 5th inning, Ryan Bookleitner, Mario Cotillo, and Chase Maggio due up. Hitters 8, 9, and 1 for the West Mifflin Titans. Facing Nick Flesher's gone the entire way so far for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs.
It's a big inning for the Mustangs, though, here. If you can get 8, 9, and 1 out, maintain that 2-run lead and give yourself a little momentum going into the final 2 innings.
Now Flesher set here. First pitch to Bookleitner is low and outside for ball 1. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola, Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis attorneys at law studios. We appreciate you joining us for a Wednesday night of high school baseball action here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live tonight. Now Bookleitner showing bunt, pulls back, and that pitch in there for a strike. Yeah. I think we've seen a lot more showed bunts, Tony, than we've seen bunts that have actually been laid down in this game.
That's exactly right. Just try to get the infield moving a little bit.
Flesher, next pitch there to Bookleitner, check swing. They'll check him and say he went around.
Yep.
Count now 1-2.
And as we said, big out here.
Bookleitner flew out to right field first time up. Came into the game with a .250 average and 5 RBIs. 1-2 pitch here to Bookleitner. Swing and a miss. The ball, though, hit the turf, so they'll make the customary throw down to first in time. Goes in the books as a strikeout. And Bookleitner retired for the first out of this bottom half of the 5th inning. Now Mario Cotillo will come to the plate. Sophomore catcher struck out back in the 3rd inning in his lone plate appearance of the game.
Mario Cotillo.
I think we're going to get a pinch hitter.
Yeah, you're going to have Cody Thornton.
So Cody Thornton batting for Cotillo.
Now batting number 17, Cody Thornton.
So Cody Thornton Seeing an at-bat here. Of course, the last time the Titans went to pinch hitter in Lester to lead off the fourth, he came through by getting on via an error. Ended up scoring the game's first run on the West Mifflin side, and here you have Thornton get hit in the back. So he's aboard.
He got on the hard way, but he was squaring around the bunt.
And Fletcher hit him straight in the back. Thornton had came into this game with a 167 average. Now you're back to Maggio on the top of the lineup. Maggio for 2 today.
Yeah, we got the umpire in the Laurel Highlands dugout. I think Mustangs were questioning him probably inside the batter's box there on the line. But, oh, man.
Throwback there. Fletcher wasn't expecting to come back. He already had a ball. And Shoke was sending another one back to him.
That'd have been a rough way to come out of the game, huh? Get hit in the head, come out of the game.
And yesterday we saw Curta get hurt on the West Mifflin side, running into the center field wall in the 6th inning.
Yeah, trying to get a number here. Looks like a courtesy runner is right. Looks like
that's going to be Monick running for Thornton.
It's a Maggio.
Courtesy runner number 35, James Monick.
The Titans using a lot of their bench in this game, Tony.
Pretty
some of the defensive substitutions, pinch hitters. They're doing everything they can to try to gut out a little comeback here, down 4-2. They have a runner on and 1 out in the bottom of the 5th, showing Bunt now to throw back over to first. And Monick back safely. So you had Thornton bat for Cotillo, who got hit, and then Monick running for Thornton. Had a lot of stuff to try to keep track of here today. Now Maggio calling time.
Making you work.
Yes.
I kind of got the night off. I'm just swinging the arm of this camera.
I think a lot easier for I got all these scribbles down here. Tough reading my own right now. Another time call. I mean, come on, guys.
Cat and mouse.
Yeah, I understand the mind games, but
yeah,
certainly this is extending the game.
I think we should contact the PIA, get pitch clock. Let's go.
Yeah. Now Maggio showing bunt. Pitch in there for a strike. Of course, they'll argue against the pitch clock. They've argued against the shot clock for basketball for years because the schools didn't want to pay an extra person to run it. Yeah. But you still can institute something to try to speed up the game, whether you have a pitch clock or not. I mean, all these times being called, throw over to first. That was a close play as Monick barely got back there safely.
Yeah, I think that throw was a little bit to the inside of the bag. I think he might have had him.
I mean, you've had at-bats today where guys have called time 4 or 5 times during the at-bat.
Well,
and here you go again. Now, why call time there? He had just stepped into the batter's box. Why would you call time in that situation? And that's something where the umpire should say no. You're playing on, and that's not going to be accepted.
Well, you know what would happen old school.
Well, Maggio's inside. Now he's going to show bunts. And now Fletcher's going to step off. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah.
And it's on both sides. It's not one team just doing it.
No, but
I mean, just play baseball.
Yeah, this is
why people, I think, lose interest in the game, is because you have all these hesitations and you have these games drag on. It's a nice 4-2 game. Throw pitches, swing the bat, and that one's low there from Fletcher. You can get back into games without trying to play mind games like they are right now on the West Mifflin side. And the Mustangs are guilty of it as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Get in, hit, let's go.
Maggio back in the box. Now, Todd, who called time?
Mike Smith's coming out to talk to the pitcher.
And this one extending on. Whole infield coming in here. Mustangs leading the West Mifflin Titans 4-2. Bottom of the 5th inning here at West Mifflin High School. West Mifflin won game 1 of the series yesterday, 11-3 over Laurel Highlands. Titans actually jumped out to an 11-0 lead. They scored 7 in the top of the 3rd and then 4 in the top of the 6th. The Mustangs made the game go the distance with a 3-run home run from Sevi Vecchiola in the bottom half of the 6th inning. But certainly a different story here today. Laurel Highlands a run in the 2nd, a run in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. West Mifflin coming back with 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's where we're sitting right now, with Laurel Highlands leading West Mifflin 4-2.
We better hope that concession stand serves breakfast, too.
And you might need it on the way out. Might want to let it work now. You're coming in a little bit late tomorrow.
I was going to say, my wife will never believe me.
Sure, Tony. You were doing a baseball game for 4.5
baseball
hours.
game for how long?
You.
Yeah.
I know you.
Uh-huh.
How many stops did you make on the way home?
It's exactly right. How many places did you stop on the way home?
Counts 1-1 now. Nick Flesher to Chase Maggio. You at least had the video proof, though. You were here, Tony. Runner going, Maggio. Ground ball to short and a little juggle. And those are the mistakes we've seen all season long for the Mustangs. As Parker Hoff couldn't get the ball out of his glove. Goes down E6. And now for West Mifflin, you have 2 on and 1 out. You have the game tying run now at first. Go-ahead run at the plate. And this is for West Mifflin. Fleming, again, batting in the spot that was originally occupied by Wills. Fleming batting 172. Came into the game with 4 RBIs. Flesher now stepping off and no throw.
Well, the Mustangs have to be careful. Obviously, Lyon's going to have to stay back at third. Vecchiola's going to charge from first.
Runner going, bunt fouled off. As they sent Monick. And again, Monick running for Thornton, who batted for Cotillo.
Now, the thing of it is, Fleming probably fortunate there. He tried to bunt, but if he would have been able to lay that down, that would have went down the first base line. He's trying to bunt it down the third base line.
It would have been a force out down.
Yeah, he would have been maybe caught the lead runner there.
You got to make sure you have the proper coverage as well down at the third base bag if you're going to go in that direction as well.
Well, Lyon was not charging, obviously.
Step off again from Flesher, no throw.
Yeah, Vecchiola was obviously charging from first. But like I said, if that ball would have got there, I think they might have had a play at third.
And Flesher, another glance back at second. Pitch here to Fleming, hits him. That loads the bases. So it's the second batter that's been hit by Flesher here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And we'll see if the Mustangs stick with Flesher in this situation. Now, they do have Noah Lyon available to throw in this situation. Again, they started Johns yesterday.
Right.
Gala came on in relief. So you have basically a pitcher that was a part of your rotation to start games and conference games available to pitch here today if they want to go in that direction. Just 1 out here in the inning. But now the base is loaded. Laurel Highlands up 4-2. And now Lester at the plate. And he got on last time up. Takes the first pitch here outside from Flesher.
Well, Lester, the last time up, didn't he bat from the right side?
I believe he did.
I think he did. Didn't he drop a bunt down? Yeah, from the right side. So going to the left side here.
Flesher taking his time. Next pitch there to Lester, swing and a miss. If I got on, though, from the left side the last time, Tony, it would be hard for me to switch it around. You got some pizza delivered up to you here, Tony.
DoorDash.
Yes. We appreciate it. We certainly appreciate it. Now still 4-2, bases loaded. Pitch on the way. Did it catch the inside corner? It did not. You're going to have to thank the folks here at West Mifflin. Again, they've taken care of us all night long, Tony, and even feeding us tonight.
I'm telling you.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Might have to get a job at Kennywood just to
come over
come over here and see these guys all the time.
It's always been fun coming down here doing games, and Lester, a big cut, came up empty. And that's going to be strike 3, second out of the inning. What a big strikeout there from Flesher.
That was huge. And a good pitch. And as we said, too, kind of interesting that Lester maybe might be a natural lefty, but went from the other side.
I don't know if I would have went in that direction. Now, Anzelic at the plate. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored in this game. Big spot here, batting with 2 outs and the bases loaded with his team down 2 in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And, of course, he calls time.
Hell, the Mustangs, you got to force out at any base, field it cleanly, and get out of here.
Flesher's first pitch here, called strike to Anzelic. Counted 0-1. Mustangs, of course, get the force out at any base right now. It would be absolutely huge to get out of this inning without any damage being done. 0-1 here to Anzelic, and that pitch just missed inside.
That was a good pitch, though.
It was. Count now even at 1-1.
Bottom of the fifth.
So the Mustangs playing by far their best game this season, up 4-2, trying to hang on here, bottom half of the fifth. 1-1 pitch here to Anzelic. Breaking ball missed outside. Count now at 2-1. Of course, no place to put Anzelic at this juncture of the game as well, Tony. The junior right fielder at the plate. If you walk him, it plates the third run for the Titans. 2-1 pitch here. Fastball opposite field left foul. And that was close.
Not by much.
Now 2 strikes on Anzelic. Count even at 2-2.
2 balls.
And you've got Lyon kind of guarding the line as well as holding the runner on third. This is going to be kind of tough to sneak it past him.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And time caught here by Anzelic. Of course, Tony, don't sit down either. That pizza's right behind you.
No, I know.
Here we go. The 2-2 pitch here. Flusher to Anzelic, and Anzelic again going opposite field left foul. He stays alive.
2-2.
These are the baseball games that our producer tonight, Nick Barchak, and our Davis & Davis attorneys at Law Studios loves. Huge fan of the game. I don't know if I know a bigger baseball fan than Nick Barchak.
I know. He said you love it too.
Here we go again. 2-2 pitch. Anzelic going into the left center field gap. It drops in, and the Mustangs had a huge hole there. And you're going to get 3 Titans to score as Anzelic slides in head first to third. It's a 3 RBI triple for Anzelic to left center field.
Yeah, just hit it in the perfect spot. Actually, I think the outfielders kind of lost him in the lights, too.
And you had a huge shade over in that direction as well, creating the big gap. And now 5-4. West Mifflin coming back with 5 unanswered in this game to lead Laurel Highlands by a run. And now Hunter Horn coming to the plate. Horn, the 7th Titan to bat. In this half inning, takes the first pitch for ball 1 here from Flesher.
And it wasn't a bad pitch.
No.
Good job by Anzelic just to take it the other way.
Now Flesher clean look over third. 1-0 here to Horn, well off the plate.
2 balls.
You can kind of sense the Mustangs a little deflated right now, Tony.
I'm trying to look down the line and see if anybody's warming up for
I think you'd go to Lyon. You look at the experience that he has. I think he's going to be your top option at this juncture of the game. And that pitch in there for a strike from Flesher to Horn.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Got now 2-1.
2 outs. Bottom of the fifth.
2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. And that pitch misses low. Count out 3-1. First base
3
empty.
balls, 1 strike.
And it was a 4-0 Laurel Highlands lead. West Mifflin 2 in the bottom half of the 4th. And then the 3 RBI triple to left center field from Anzelic, giving West Mifflin their first lead of the game now at 5-4. 3-1 pitch outside for ball 4. And now Horn walks. I think at this point, Tony, you might have to go to the bullpen if you're Laurel Highlands.
Trying to see if anybody's coming out of the dugout.
And you had 2
Number 1, Derek.
batters hit by a pitch, a walk issued, the triple issued. Maggio got on via an error. And now you have Tudyk coming to the plate. He's the 8th Titan to bat here in this bottom half of the 5th. And now you're going to get a Mustang pitching change.
Here comes Coach Mike Smith.
So an opportunity, Tony, to go eat your pizza. 5-4 now, West Mifflin over Laurel Highlands. We're back to tell you about the new Mustang pitcher right after this on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Good times and good food. all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
New pitcher for Laurel Highlands is Noah Lyon. For Lyon, this will be his 5th appearance of the season. The first time, though, that Laurel Highlands has used him out of the bullpen, Tony. Lyon has worked 18 and a third innings, given up 30 hits, 27 runs, 12 of them earned, struck out 12 and walked 6. Enters the game with an 0-3 record on the year. And now enters this game with the Mustangs down 5-4, and Derek Tudyk at the plate.
Comes now Mike Smith. How he's going to come out because he had a wrap around his right wrist, so they're going to have to take that off.
And Flesher, who was pitching, now playing third. That's the only change I saw out there on the Laurel Highlands side.
Yeah, he had it wrapped around his right wrist.
Flesher's playing third, but he's not bad. That's what kills me.
And now Tudyk at the plate. 3 already across, runners on the corners, and now Lyon steps off the mound. He hasn't even thrown a pitch yet. And Tudyk's had 2 productive at-bats, singled back in the 2nd. He picked up an RBI in the 4th with a sacrifice.
And I guess they were trying to test Flesher at third base there.
Fouls
since he moved over
pitch.
there. They tried to drop a bunt.
We count 0-1 now from Lyon to Tudyk. Tudyk showing bunt again, pulls back, and he rips this one through on the left side. So that'll plate another run, and West Mifflin increases their lead now to 6-4 over Laurel Highlands.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Showed bunt, able to get that bat back quick enough and still pull the ball into the hole between short and third.
And Zellick scored on the play.
Third baseman, number 23, Eli Carter.
And now the West Mifflin lead at 6-4 over Laurel Highlands. Here in the bottom half of the 5th inning with Eli Curta at the plate. He's the 9th Titan to bat here in this half inning. Runners now on 1st and 2nd. Lions first pitch to Curta. Called strike. It's important for Laurel Highlands too, Tony, not to
1 ball, 1 strike.
give up the shift at this point of the game. Yeah, you're up 4-0. And you've given up 6 straight, but hey, you still got 6 outs to work with on the other side.
Yes, you do.
Swing and a miss there takes the count to 1-2. Curta had taken the first pitch for ball 1.
Curta with a vicious swing there.
Now Lyon getting set with the 1-2. To Curta, step off the mound and no throw. Certainly has been a wild one here at West Mifflin tonight, Tom.
Sure has.
Now the 1-2 pitch to Curta. Hits it high in the air on the left side. In foul territory. And the catch will be made by the Mustang shortstop there, Parker Hoff, for the third out of the inning. But a big inning for the West Mifflin Titans, playing 4 runs to lead Laurel Highlands now 6-4 after 5 on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
After 5.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Voted best in Fayette for auto body repair. Family owned and operated for 61 years, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly, waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. To bring your vehicle over to Silva, call 724-437-2351. Now Ted Silva proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check out their website at TargetSafetySolutionsLLC.com. Ted Silva, proud to support local high school sports.
For 20 years, Beagley Tree of Somerset has been providing premier land management services across the region. Beagley can do it all. They offer a wide array of services, including vegetation control, right-of-way restoration, land clearing, building demolition, erosion and sediment control, access road installation, and a whole lot more. For more info, visit BeagleyTree.com. That's BeeGhly Tree.com. Or call them today at 814-444-TREE. Beagley Tree, construction support services done right.
Back here at West Mifflin High School, Laurel Highlands now some work to do, down 6-4 against the West Mifflin Titans. They will have the top of the order due up. Parker Hoff, Aiden Milsom, and Sebi Vecchiola here in this top half of the 6th inning. The Mustangs, for the first time in this game, were retired in order in the top half of the 5th by Justin Dillon. Parker Hoff, his 4th plate appearance of the game, has 2 walks in this game, a stolen base and a run scored. Did strike out looking back in the 2nd inning. First pitch here, Dillon to Hoff. Fastball misses inside for ball 1. Again, I have to thank the folks here at West Mifflin for some delicious pizza that we finished off, Tony, in between the pitching change and in between innings.
I know you ate that piece like a Viking.
Yes. I was hungry tonight. That pitch inside again to Hoff. 2-0. The pizza makes it worthwhile coming up here to West Mifflin to do more games. We'll have to come up for that Elizabeth Ford or Bell Verne game the next couple of weeks. 2-0 pitch on the way. And in there for a strike, 2-1.
Who you guys covering? No, we're just here for the pizza.
Pizza, yeah. Now the 2-1 on the way. And Hoff pops this one foul.
That's what I always say when I go to the MAC tournament, right?
Yes.
Not rooting for any team. I'm just rooting for the guy who's bringing the adult sports drinks around.
You have fun, Tony, anywhere you go.
I try to.
You are enjoying life. Next pitch to Hoff, chopped here to second. Should be routine, and it is. Good play there from Maggio over to Bookleitner to retire Hoff. 4-3 for the first down of this top half of the 6th. And that'll bring up Aiden Milsom.
Right fielder, number 3, Aiden Milsom.
Milsom struck out swinging back in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, and grounded out in the 4th. Mustangs now find themselves down 2 runs at 6-4. First pitch here to Milsom. Fastball swing and a miss, strike 1. Milsom came into this game with a .233 average and 3 RBIs. Sophomore right fielder with a bright future.
They've got some nice-looking young players here for the Mustangs.
0-1 on the way. Fouled off again by Milsom. Count now at 0-2. And our next broadcast comes your way Monday, both on the radio and on YouTube Live. Laurel Highlands hosting Uniontown, 3:45, Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, 4 o'clock first pitch. 0-2 pitch here, swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Milsom.
2 up.
And 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the 6th. Dillon now, Tony, has retired 6 straight, sent down Censure to end the 4th. Retired Gallick, Shilk, and D'Amico in order on the 5th. And now sending down Hoff and Milsom here in the 6th. And Sebi Vecchiola now coming to the plate. He was intentionally walked last time up, ended up scoring a run. In fact, he scored 2 runs in this game. And now coming to the plate here at the base is empty. And 2 outs. Now Dillon steps off.
Sevi doing a nice job defensively over at first base as well for the Mustangs.
First pitch here to Sevi. Called strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
Strike one.
Earlier on tonight on the WMBS YouTube page, Ringgold defeated Uniontown 6-0. Elizabeth Forward also a 15-1 conference win over Albert Gallatin. And Gary, Josh, and Carl probably on their couches, Tony, watching the end of this game.
Yeah, but they're not eating pizza like this.
Yes, they are not. Swinging a miss there from Sevi. They were saying you can't even order that. They have to actually make it for you when you order it.
It's great.
Yep. Most of the time you just get the cold pizza here. You don't get the cold pizza at West Mifflin High School. Pitch to Sevi, big time cut, and he goes down. So 1-2-3, top half of the sixth. And Dylan's come into the game, has 4 strikeouts in relief of Fight. And we're now moving to the bottom half of the sixth, the 6-4 lead for West Mifflin over Laurel Highlands here in the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
Do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your Best in Fayette Gold Medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you.
Busy day? Feeling unwell? Don't feel like driving, but need your prescriptions? No worries. Farmana Pharmacy delivers to your home or workplace for free. Stay comfy at home or focused at work. Farmana Pharmacy delivers Monday through Friday, so you don't have to worry about picking up your prescriptions. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Phone 724-626-9600 or visit farmanapharmacy.com. Farmana Pharmacy, prescription care and convenience delivered.
Moving down the bottom half of the sixth inning, they're throwing hot dogs at you, Tony. West Mifflin leading Laurel Highlands 6-4. They know you like to eat. West Mifflin sent 9 men to the plate in the fifth inning, scoring 4 runs, and they'll start the bottom half of the sixth with Ryan Bookleitner at the plate. It's been a fun trip up here. I'm glad we made it tonight.
We did. And like I tell everybody, Brian, I didn't get this way by looking at it.
No. Noah Lyon facing Bookleitner, who's showing bunt. Pitch there. Bookleitner pulls back. That pitch missed low for ball 1. And Bookleitner will step back in. It's been a game of runs. Laurel Highlands scored the first 4 in this game. West Mifflin scored the last 6. Bookleitner again showing bunt, pulls back. That pitch was in there for a strike to even up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, pretty good pitch there.
Bookleitner again showing bunt, pulls back, trying to swing away there. I think it might have, foul ball might have clipped the umpire.
I think it did, yeah.
Count now moves to 1-2.
Took a little shot maybe off the front of the mass there, and gonna give him a little time to regroup. First base umpire coming in to check him out as well.
And now in the bottom of the sixth inning, West Mifflin 6, Laurel Highlands 4. Give the umpire an opportunity here to get recomposed. Yes, this would be a UPMC Rehab Institute injury timeout, Tony, brought to you by the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute. The leaders in physical therapy, Jim Burns, watching the game at home tonight.
Yeah. Talked to son Josh in the dugout a little bit before the game.
Home plate umpire getting his P's and Q's back now.
Yeah, I think he's regrouped now. 1-2 count.
Lion to Bookleitner. Leadoff hitter here in this bottom half of the sixth inning. 1-2 pitch misses low. Evens up the count now at 2-2.
Nobody out.
Nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth. Certainly a more competitive game than we anticipated coming in. 2-2 pitch. Bookleitner, hard hit ball here. Good glove there from Flesher at third from his knees over to
Beautiful
first.
play.
And he made the play over to Sevi Vecchiola. What a put out there, Flesher to Vecchiola.
Nice play.
Retiring Bookleitner.
I actually moved the arm of the camera. I might have got that play.
That was a nice little web gem there, Tony.
He made a great play.
That'll bring up now Mario Cotillo. Cotillo stepping in.
Number 18, Mario Cotillo.
And facing Noah Lyon. First pitch from Lyon to Cotillo. Swing and a miss, strike one. Our game tonight also on the South Union Township Sports Network. Brought to you there by Smith Lewis Chess CPAs, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and insurance agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now U.S. Digestive Health. 0-1 pitch here. Chopped again in Flesher's direction. Can he make another play? Throw over to first in time. That one more routine. So Cotillo retired 5-3, 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom half of the sixth.
2 out, top of the order.
Again, our South Union sponsors, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, and South Union Township supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Back to the top of the order now, and Chase Maggio coming to the plate for the fourth time in this game. Struck out back in the first, grounded out in the third, got on Viennaire in the fifth. And we'll pick up a base hit here off a couple of gloves in the left field. But at the velocity that one was hit, Tony, would have been a tough play. And now the Mustangs having all kinds of trouble here with a relay. And the ball gets loose. Play at home, and safe at home is Maggio.
A little league inside the park home run.
Yeah. I had the initial hit, but the way that ball was thrown everywhere. Maggio getting a home on a couple of errors and increasing the West Mifflin lead to 7-4.
Yeah, it was one of those things. Once it hit off Parker Hoff's glove, kind of scooted out into no man's land there. And
it's like hot potato.
Yeah, just a couple bad throws. And
those are errors you cannot commit.
Well, and the thing of it is, this is a big field down the right field line. A little bit different down the left. It doesn't seem as big, but I'll tell you what, down the right field line, man, there's a lot of room.
Fleming now at the plate. He was hit by a pitch last time up. And chops this one foul on the left side. So for West Mifflin, 2 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth, and now 1 here in the sixth for 7 unanswered runs in this game, now leading by 3 at 7-4.
Yeah, just one of those things.
The Mustangs' final 3 opportunities will come from Noah Lyon, Nick Crouch, and Cage Sencher. Hitters 4, 5, and 6 in their lineup in the top half of the seventh. We'll have a lot of work to do to try to extend this game. Lyon missing there to Fleming.
Now he called a strike?
I did call it a strike. Late call there to take the count to 1-2.
Yep. 7-second Janet Jackson delay.
Yes.
Wardrobe malfunction.
And not good when you're calling balls and strikes to play-by-play announce. That's a swing and a miss. Hopped away there from the catcher.
Ooh.
Throw over to first. It was a close play, but made there from Shoke down to Vecchiola to retire Fleming. Goes in the books as a strikeout to end the inning. West Mifflin tacks another on. We played 6. It's now West Mifflin 7, Laurel Highlands 4 here in the C. Harper Honda Group High School Sports Night.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Hi, I'm attorney Trip Radcliffe of Radcliffe Martin Law. As the senior partner, I've been in the profession for over 40 years. During that time, it's been our privilege to represent clients seriously injured in all types of accidents. We pride ourselves on being able to locate insurance coverage or find claims that others may miss. Give us a call today and let us see if we can help you. Radcliffe Martin Law, 724-439-3939.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Prime Rosite, Tony Anilla back here at West Mifflin High School, 7-4 now. The West Mifflin Titans leading the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. The Mustangs down to their final 3 outs in this game. And talk about a roller coaster game, Tony. It's been just that here, just a mile or so from Kennywood.
Yeah, that's exactly right. A mile or so from Kennywood, and you're right. It's been a lot of ups and downs in this game. Mustangs came out, and really you could tell they had a lot of momentum early, and then gave up 2 runs and seemed to get a little squeamish there.
Yeah, had a couple of those errors that we've seen, unfortunately, throughout the course of the season crop up. And I think really the turning point in the game was the 3 RBI triple from Anzelic in the 5th, which gave West Mifflin at the time a 5-4 lead. They've now extended it to 7-4. Noah Lyon calling time here before the first pitch from Justin Dillon. And credit Dillon, Tony, coming on in relief of Jackson Fight, who just didn't have it tonight. And he'll be on the line here to pick up the win for the Titans. Misses on the first pitch here to Noah Lyon if West Mifflin's able to hang on.
Well, you're right. He came in and struggled a little bit there early, but really settled down and has done a great job here for West Mifflin in relief.
And 4 strikeouts, has retired 7 straight. Lyon going around there.
Again, tough pitch to lay off. But you need base runners.
Lyon, Crouch, and Censure for Laurel Highlands here in the top half of the 7th. Trying to extend this game down 3 runs at 7-4. Next pitch here to Lyon, fouled off on the right side. Count now 1-2, Dillon to Lyon.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Again, you had Dillon that sent down Milsom and Vecchiola to end the 6th. Looking to continue that strikeout streak here. The 2-strike pitch to Lyon inside. Evens up the count now at 2-2.
Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Lyon steps back in. Started the game at third base. Now pitching in relief of Flesher. Steps out of the way of that one. Count now 4-3-2. And if Lyon can get aboard here, a little bit of life for the Mustangs with the base runner in the top half of the 7th inning.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a good start here. At least put somebody on.
3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Lyon goes down. 3 straight strikeouts now for Justin Dillon, who has 5 strikeouts for the game in relief of Jackson Fight.
Number 4, left fielder Nick.
Now Nick Crouch coming to the plate.
Yeah, he's really done a nice job. Now he's really hitting spots right now, too. He's doing a great job.
So Nick Crouch now at the plate. He's been on base in 2 or 3 plate appearances. Fouls off the first pitch here. Singled to left field and scored the game's first run in the 2nd inning. Flew out to center field in the 3rd. Walked and stole a base in the 4th.
1 out, top of the 7th.
Now the 0-1 here. Dillon to Crouch. Dillon winds and fires. Swing and a miss there from Crouch. Is now behind 0-2.
And Nick's been productive at the plate here today.
Yes. Now the 0-2 pitch. Dillon to Crouch. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. 4 straight strikeouts now for the West Mifflin pitcher, Justin Dillon. And the Mustangs down to their final outs.
You're actually going to have
Kutchman come back in.
No,
it's going to be Flesher.
Flesher's actually going to bat. So Flesher's going to bat for the DH.
You've seen 3 different batters from this position. You had Kutchman start as the DH. Censure got 2 at-bats. And now Flesher batting from this exact same spot. He's batting .071 for the season. Swings to the first pitch here. Ground ball to second. That should do it. Play made from Maggio over to Bookleitner to retire Flesher. 4-3 for the final out of the game. So West Mifflin retires the final 10 Mustangs in this game and rallies back for a 7-4 win over Laurel Highlands. We're back to tell you all about it right after this in our Fermanagh Pharmacy postgame show here on WMBS.
Go to 40 Uniontown and trade me in. John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from your 7-time President Award-winning 40 Uniontown. Dominic, let's get these listeners the big news. We're happy to announce that Ford is offering employee pricing for everybody. That's right, you pay what a Ford employee pays and not a penny more. From America, for America.
Hey, John, does a customer still get the incentives on the vehicle?
Dominic, they absolutely do. Any additional incentives on that vehicle are passed directly to the consumer.
Now, that is a heck of a deal, and I'm glad we have a wide selection of new units on the ground and ready for delivery. John, speaking of inventory, we have over 60 pre-owned vehicles, and they are looking for some new owners. Most are certified with great rates and factory warranty.
Just a reminder, we still offer online maintenance appointments, mobile service, and our very popular pickup and delivery service. Your car knows, shouldn't you? That's 40 Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's, or check us out at 40uniontown.com. Employee pricing excluded on 2025 Super Duty, 2025 Expedition, and any specialty vehicles.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
For 20 years, Beagley Tree of Somerset has been providing premier land management services across the region. Beagley can do it all. They offer a wide array of services, including vegetation control, right-of-way restoration, land clearing, building demolition, erosion and sediment control, access road installation, and a whole lot more. For more info, visit BeagleyTree.com. That's BeeGhly Tree.com. Or call them today at 814-444-TREE. Beagley Tree, construction support services done right.
At the Davis & Davis Law Firm, we understand that facing legal challenges can be overwhelming. That's why we are here to guide you along the way. This is attorney Michael Mays, and at Davis & Davis Law Firm, we have over 45 years of experience, and our team is dedicated to fighting for your rights and making sure you can maximize the amount of money that you deserve. If you are hurt, injured, or need help with workers' compensation, call us today for your free consultation at 724-437-2799. The Davis & Davis Law Firm, you won't pay us anything until we win your case.
Brian Morozak and Tony Anula are wrapping things up from West Mifflin High School tonight, where the West Mifflin Titans rallied for 7 unanswered runs, defeating the Laurel Highlands Mustangs by a score of 7-4. Let's take a look at the scoring summary, Tony, as Laurel Highlands got on the scoreboard first. RBI single from Connor D'Amico, driving in Nick Crouch in the second inning. The Mustangs tacking on another run in the third inning as Andrew Gallick with an RBI walk, scoring Sevi Vecchiola to make it 2-0. And then Laurel Highlands, 2 additional runs, really sitting pretty in the top of the fourth. Parker Hoff and Sevi Vecchiola scoring. You had Noah Lyon with an RBI single in that inning as well. And at that point, Laurel Highlands up 4-0. Smiles all around the Laurel Highlands dugout. But then look out, here come the Titans. They scored 2 runs in the bottom half of the fourth inning. They led off the inning with Dakota Lester pinch hitting for Javon Thompson, got down to third. Braden Anzelic drove him in with an RBI single. And then Derek Tudyk picked up an RBI driving in and Zelic on a sacrifice. So it was 4-2. And I think the turning point in the game, Tony, in the bottom half of the fifth inning, the 3 RBI triple from Anzelic again, which drove in Wills. Check that, drove in Fleming, along with the courtesy runner at the time there for Thornton. And also scoring there on the play was Maggio, and that made it 5-4. They tacked on another run in the fifth and then a run in the sixth as well, as Maggio got all around the bases on a couple of throwing errors, and here we are at 7-4.
Yeah, and you're right. Like I said, the Mustangs looked good early, and then you're right, just kind of lost the momentum a little bit. It was just one of those things. When they gave up those 2 runs, you could kind of feel it shift a little bit, and after that, really not a whole lot of offense in the last 3 innings as well for the Mustangs, and just to put together some things early on, but just couldn't keep it going for all 7.
We're back with a final word from West Mifflin High School in just a moment. Again, your final score: West Mifflin 7 and Laurel Highlands 4.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Brian Rozak, Tony Anilla wrapping things up from West Mifflin High School one final time, where the West Mifflin Titans have rallied to defeat the Laurel Highlands Mustangs by a score of 7-4 tonight. Time of the game, 2 hours and 29 minutes. Up next for West Mifflin, a series against Elizabeth Forward. They'll travel to take on the Warriors at a Boston Field on Monday. They'll host Elizabeth Forward on Tuesday. For Laurel Highlands, a big rivalry series with Uniontown. They'll host the Red Raiders, with both teams looking for their first conference win. 4 o'clock at Uniontown, 4 o'clock at Laurel Highlands on Monday. Then travel to Bailey Park to take on the Red Raiders on Tuesday at 7. Both of those games both on the radio and on our digital video platforms as well.
Yeah, and one of those two teams are going to win their first conference game, so it should be entertaining. And it's one of those things. It's always a good time to watch, especially a cross-down rivalry like that. And like I said, the kids get amped up for it on both sides, so should be a couple pretty good games next week.
Yeah, and thanks to Lance Mayha and the entire crew here at West Mifflin High School for all the accommodations, the pizza, and all the great food here, as the West Mifflin Titans knocked off the Laurel Highlands Mustangs by a score of 7-4. But still, Tony, an enjoyable trip for us.
It was a good trip and a good game, and enjoyed it, Brian.
We'll talk to everybody on Monday for Laurel Highlands and Uniontown from Laurel Highlands High School. Again, our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show on the air at 3:45. Stay tuned. Pirates baseball on the way next. On the radio side, again, your final score, West Mifflin 7, Laurel Highlands 4. So long, everybody, from West Mifflin High School.